Hello! Welcome back to the place where I say I'll stream at 3 and then end up streaming it half an hour later. uh, I'm struggling, man. Big time struggles. No, I was running all across the place, all across my school today. It was stupid. Very stupid. Me big hate. You know, why even bother going to school when there's like not even a week left for me? It's pointless, honestly, but you know, I'm still going. I'm still dealing with the horrible faculty. But you know, there's like this happening. It's fun. It's fine, you know? There's a I don't even know, but I think last time, if I remember correctly, I got thrown into the garbage pit. And then, you know, Kyoko came and joined me in the garbage pit. His garbage pits are now the ideal place to meet up with people. We have fun here, man. We have fun here. So much fun. Well, I better play. I don't know. I'm just sitting here awkwardly, but I'm doing a better transition than last time. So, you know, that works for me. Anyway, I guess we'll just, I don't know, start. I don't know. The Ultimate Despair. A group of people who caused the tragedy 1 year ago. The same people put together this killing game and began broadcasting it around the world. The most desperately awful group of people ever. That is the Mastermind's true identity. That's not an identity, that's just a group. I'm already talking about, like, the flaws in this, I don't know why. Our enemy has finally been revealed. It hasn't, you know? You have no idea who the group is. You're just saying it's a group. Why do I bother? For right now.
Anyway.
Right now we have to get out of this horrible place. Figuring out the rest of the story can come after. Yeah, you're right. Great! Okay, come on. It's locked, but we have a way to open this door. Okay, so I have to, okay, fine. Kyoko, do you still have that one thing? Monokuma's secret tool that you got from the headmaster's room?
Indeed.
Of course I do. An absolutely vital part of ensnaring the mastermind. I would never part with it. It can open any door of the school, right?
That's right.
That's right. Then we should be able to use it on that door, right? Are you... Hey Kyoko, we can use that key of yours to open this door, right? The door? It's so difficult.
It's true.
Let's find out. If it can unlock any door, why do you think it wouldn't unlock that one? Kyoko took out the key with the Monokuma design on it and slid it into the keyhole. And then... Ta-da! See, look, it's magic. Yes, it opened.
Indeed.
And now we can get out of here. Let's go. Sounds good. We quickly opened the door and made our escape from the garbage pit. Whoosh! Finally. We were finally free. There wasn't even time to take a breath of relief, because the real fight had just begun. Chapter 6, the ultimate pain, ultimate suffering, ultimate despair, ultimate execution, ultimate death. Deadly life. Not even daily life, just deadly. After leaving the garbage pit, we found ourselves in a tunnel extending straight up, like a chimney. There was a metal ladder leading up into the tunnel. We started climbing the ladder, intent on reaching the surface. Oh, jeez. That's such a... Oh, no, that would look so long. I don't know if I have enough, like, muscle energy to even do that. It's so many ladders. It's so much ladder. You know, like... That's a physical impossibly long. Oh no! That's such an exercise I don't want to do. The ladder was impossibly long. I couldn't even see where it ended. What? Shut up, Sarah. We climbed into the darkness. The passage was so dark and cramped I couldn't even see my own feet beneath me. I had no idea we were so far down. Don't lose your footing. If you slip, I won't be able to catch you. Yeah, I'll be careful. But now that you said that, I'm getting kind of nervous. Thanks for bringing it up, Kyoko. Maybe talking will keep my mind off of it. So Kyoko, there's something I want to ask you. You said you're the ultimate detective, right? So how long have you been doing detective work? How long?
So,
Ever since I can remember. I came from a long line of detectives. Detective work is in my blood. There was a time when being a detective was considered a sacred duty. My family's always been seen it that way. Then, is your family famous?
wrong.
Quite the opposite, actually. Even among the actual detectives, many people haven't heard of us. Huh? But how come? It's like your family tradition, so, right?
Right.
Because we take pride in it. Pride?
Indeed.
The detective is neither light nor shadow. We represent neither justice nor evil. And that's how we can uncover the absolute truth. You know, you'd think that'd be a jury's job. You know, like the solid in between, neither past the. You'd think that would be a jury, not a detective. But I guess it could work for a detective too. So yeah, but saying like a detective is neither evil nor good, I think it was the words, or what, light or shadow, I think it was. But like you'd think that'd be more of a jury, cause like they're supposed to be neither for each side. They're supposed to not be for either side.
Well, no, the detective's job is to solely find the facts. Well, the jury's whole purpose is to be swayed by evidence to go to one side or the other.
I mean, I guess it works for both, though, right? Like
the jury going in, yes, is neutral, but when they come out, they're supposed to be towards one side or the other.
and the detective is just like.
Yeah, the detective is cold hard facts the whole way through.
But you know, like. But like, isn't it like the detective? Like, technically, it's still. They don't. It is cold hard facts, but you know.
I kind of touch on this in the third game, so I won't spoil it for you, but you'll see what I mean when we get there.
But like, but like, it's cold hard facts, but you know, and like, technically it's the same for a jury. Like, the detective will.
They're presented with the facts, but at the same time,
And they're still like, but they're like, they are taking. I wouldn't say taking a side, but they are like deciding. I don't know.
well, okay, so the detective, their job is to find out exactly what happened.
Mm-hmm.
The jury's job is to decide how to respond to the truth.
We stand neutral in all things, and to do that, we have to stand separate from the rest of society.
And that's the whole thing with the jury, and why when they find a jury crowd, they have to be completely disassociated from the case, which is why like certain ones were very difficult to find a jury crowd for, because they would always be somewhat aware.
Mm-hmm.
And so, but then at the same time, they're the ones sitting through the entire case, and they have the prosecution and the defendant coming at them, trying to tell them which way to go, and so they have to make that choice for themselves. And the detectives are they're not even involved in the court cases. They're just the ones giving the evidence to
The defendant or the prosecutor.
Yeah, they're the ones who just hold on to the evidence until someone asks for it.
I mean, I guess that is technically true. I just.
It is an interesting conversation, and like I said, they in the third game they do. I don't know how much they touch on it, but I do know they do touch on it briefly in the third game, like with like how the detectives are, what it means to be neutral with a detective.
Yeah. It is an interesting topic, though. But you know.
Yes, but you should probably continue your game because you said you wanted to finish this today.
Yeah. I mean, I'm so close to finishing it. Wait, we're on chapter 6, and it's not even going to daily life. It's just straight to deadly.
Yeah.
You know, everyone's gonna die.
I think that we had a discussion when no one seems to be here.
You know, it's fine. I'm gonna archive it on my channel. So.
Oh yeah.
You know, for the few people that actually do watch the archives on my channel, they'll go there. They'll hear the discussion. They stick around long enough for it. And then they get tired after the 13-minute mark. They're just like, oh my god, will they just continue with the game? Just stop talking about
We're having a philosophical discussion about what a detective's role in a case is.
It was brought up in the game. You can't sue me for it.
Versus the detective versus the Kiri, who plays which role in writing their stances.
I blame Kyoko. She brought it up.
Yeah, we call Kyoko's role. That we can agree on.
Anyway, we stand neutral in all things, and to do that, we have to stand up separate from the rest of society, which is why we make a conscious effort to conceal our existence. A conscious effort?
It's true.
It's kind of old-fashioned, and I can't say it's entirely rational. But it's our family creed, and we do what we must to protect it. Because, like I said, it's our source of pride. So that explains. Before I came here, when I was looking up info about the school online, I could never find anything about her. Because she hid herself on purpose to protect the pride of her family.
However...
And yet, I gave up some of that pride. Huh? In order to enter Hope's Peak, I had to reveal myself to the school. I did it knowing it was something a true Kirigiri detective would never do. But the reason you gave up that pride, the reason you could get so far into Hope's Peak, it was because of how much you want to reconnect with your dad, right? There's no shame in that.
What?
Reconnect? I have absolutely no desire to reconnect with my father. Huh? But you'd be reuniting after all those years, right? You would have had so much to talk about.
Wrong.
There's nothing I want to talk about There's nothing I want to talk to my father about.
However...
That was weird. I don't know why I had so much trouble saying that. There is something I want to say to him, though. What? No matter what it takes, I have to find him, tell him, face to face. What is it?
So...
I went to several times with him. Sever? The last time I saw him, I was still very young. So I don't remember myself, but apparently he was extremely intelligent. He was in line to become the next head of the Kirigiri family. He was talented, had a promising future.
However...
But he had no interest in detective work, so he cut himself off from the family. Not long after that, my mother died, and he simply ran away. He went to my grandfather, and they had a huge argument. When I was young, he left me behind. I'm sure there was a reason for that. I'm sure your dad wanted to take you with him.
Right.
If that's true, then I need to thank him. Thank him for leaving me, because unlike him, I could take pride in the work I do. I take pride in my family name. So the last part of me is happy he didn't take me with him. If I'd gone with him, I never would have had the chance to become a detective. I was above Kyoko on the ladder, so I wasn't able to see her expression. So I couldn't tell. I couldn't see how she looked when she said that. What she might have been feeling. All I could tell was that compared to her usual self, she was more talkative, more emotional. I don't blame him, you know. He had his own life to live. That's what anyone in my position would say, right? That's not true. But there's one thing I can never forgive. Really?
So...
The way everyone else looked at me. I was never sad about being left behind. Like I said, I think it was a good thing. But when the rest of my family looked at me, they saw something different. They saw me as this little girl that was abandoned by her father. That's how they see me, even to this day. His shadow has been following me my entire life. I'm sick of it. I need him out of my life. I need to step out of his shadow. That's why I have to find him. Tell him we're no longer family. In order to settle the past, in order to remove him from my life forever, I have no doubt he forgot about me years ago. But your family, to just cut him out of your life like that?
Wrong.
Our only connection is through blood, nothing more. Are we connected by heart and soul?
Hey.
No. Is blood really enough to call someone family? Only connected by blood, not by heart or soul. I was so shocked to hear her say something like that. I didn't know how to respond, so instead, I said nothing. I just kept climbing the ladder in complete silence, and after I don't know how long, we finally reached the top. Looks like this is it.
Indeed.
On the other side of this door, Hope's Peak is waiting for us. We're back.
That's right.
Remember that hatch in the ground near the trash room? I'm fairly certain this is where we'll come out. I unlocked it earlier, so it should be open without too much trouble. Well, here goes nothing. I reached my right hand up and pushed against the hatch. The hatch opened with ease, and so... here we are! Looks like we're back. I can't believe how long that ladder was. I'm exhausted. Can't exactly say we're safe and sound, but at least we're out of there. Now we're back in Hope's Peak Academy. Kyoko, thank you. I never would have gotten out of there without you. No thanks necessary. I was just returning the favor. What favor? What did I do? I'm assuming I have to talk to Kyoko, but I'm gonna look at this first. This is how we got out of the garbage pit. Never would imagine that's where this led. This is the trash room, the dump, in other words. To be honest, I think I don't think I've seen anyone throw anything away down here. Yeah, I really know. So, now what do we do? I'm glad I didn't die, of course, but if the mastermind finds out, I'm worried about you. I'm worried about you too. You helped me, so they might...
Listen.
You're worried? Yeah, of course.
So then,
let's get a concrete answer. Huh?
in other words,
Let's ask Monokuma if there's a problem with you escaping. Wait,
however,
if we try to hide, it's only a matter of time till we're found out. It's not like we can run away. As she said that, she pointed to a nearby surveillance camera. So you're saying, rather than stressing out over getting caught, we should just give up now? Don't worry. Don't worry. What you think isn't... Wow, why is that so hard to say? What you think is going to happen isn't. Because the mastermind is the one that's ensnared. The mastermind is ensnared. You said something like that before. What does it mean?
so
The mastermind stood exposed during the investigation in Mukuro's death. There was a moment where the mastermind let their guard down. There was?
right.
If we can talk to Monokuma, we can confirm it. And it'll be better for us if we go to him directly before he tracks us down. That should help with our negotiations. I'm still super uneasy about this. But we don't really have a choice, do we?
Indeed.
Monokuma should be in
Shall
the
we
gym.
go?
Let's get going. How do you know that? How do you know he's in the gym? How do you know that? Anyway, I guess we'll go. Where's everyone else? If I look at my map right now, that's the wrong thing. If I look at my map right now, will I see like where everyone is? Where is everyone? They're like not even on the map anymore. Why aren't they on the map? They're gone. They've disappeared. Oh no. Oh, I can only look at these 3 things. Hope's Peak first floor, the gym, and the dormitory. Why can't I look at anything else? But they've disappeared. Oh no. If I like knock on one of their doors, will they open? Because it's nighttime, so technically they should be in there. I clicked out of the thing. Oh no. Hey, I want to see. Actually, I want to, before we go, I want to quickly... Who's still alive? Not you. Not you. Kyoko's with me. Yeah, you're alive.
Shall we go?
We need to get to the gym to Monokuma. Okay, fine. I can't even knock on the door. I can't even tell them, hey, look at me. I'm alive. What you gonna do about it? Fine, whatever. Can I go to the site? I probably can't. She's probably gonna stop me, but it's not gonna hurt trying. Yeah, we need to go to the gym. Fine. Whatever. It's fine. I don't care. You didn't hurt my feelings. I wanted to find the others, but it's fine. I don't care.
Well now.
That's a lot of haze. I don't want to say that many haze, so I'm not gonna. Kyoko, I don't mind so much. But Makoto's supposed to be dead. What's he doing here? That's exactly how I thought he'd react. Are we really gonna be okay? You're supposed to be punished. Did Kyoko help you? So what if I did? What will you do? If the guilty party is exposed during a class trial, they alone will be executed. It's unfortunate, but that is the rule. So now I gotta punish you again, and this time I won't leave anything to chance. Kyoko! Do whatever you feel Do whatever you feel you have to! What?
However,
But before you do, let me just say one thing.
now,
If you execute Makoto, that means you lose. Not that it matters to you, right? Huh? I lose? Hey, you! Explain yourself! What do you mean by that?
because
Well, you set up the latest trial yourself, right? I was getting in your way, so you wanted an excuse to kill me.
in other words,
I was supposed to be the chosen blackened and then executed, right? Hey, what are you talking about?
however,
But when Makoto chose to overlook my lie, your plan came crashing down. The results of the trial weren't at all what you were expecting, because you never imagined that in that position, one person would protect another like that.
right,
In response to that unexpected development,
indeed.
you reacted by proclaiming Makoto blackened and tried to execute him. You made the choice out of desperation, no more than that. You must have realized that Makoto, who refused to be manipulated, was a threat to you as well.
However,
Then there was another unexpected development waiting for you. The entity that would throw a wrench, so to speak, in your precious execution machinery. Alter Ego. Hey, I just realized, you know how Alter Ego saves me? Why didn't, when I go to get executed, why doesn't Alter Ego say Kyoko when if you choose to expose the lie? Why is that? I don't understand. Why do I only get a pass? Does Alter Ego just really not like Kyoko or something? I don't understand. I don't understand at all. You know, it's just confusing, I guess. Alter Ego's picking favorites. You never imagined the possibility of a being that could come to our aid even after you killed it.
am I wrong?
Now, here's the absolute truth. Makoto didn't kill Mukuro. You did.
Listen to me.
So executing Makoto for what it would surely be a violation of your rules, which I know you love so much. If the blackened is exposed, they alone will be executed. That's what you told us, right? And that means I lose? You talk big game. You're saying that blackened is me and not Makoto? And you can prove this, right?
Well,
No, I can't. Don't just say it like that! What is this, a comedy routine? To make such bold claims without a shred of evidence?
that doesn't matter.
I don't have any right now, but with little more time, I guarantee I'll find something.
That's right.
Because no matter how deeply you try to bury it, there's only one absolute truth. Fair. Yeah, that's fair. And now you're trying to talk like some kind of famous detective type?
Because
If Makoto really was the killer, he never would have come to you willingly like this. He would have feared his life, feared another execution. He would have tried to run and hide. He would have been gripped by despair you love so much.
however,
But here we are, confronting you with nothing but hope in our hearts. Ha!
what the heck?
What's this? And that's supposed to be enough to convince me in absence of evidence?
Indeed.
It's not you I'm trying to convince.
Hey.
If you were to execute Makoto now, everyone out there watching this would be extremely displeased. Huh?
Indeed.
Imagine what everyone out there would think if you killed Makoto. They would assume that you killed him because what we said is exactly right.
Listen to me.
Despair can never kill hope.
Hey,
Of course, you can say we're making this all up. You're welcome to prove us wrong. No, you have no choice but to prove it. Because if you kill Makoto without proving your own innocence, you'll be accepting your own defeat. Seems you have a problem on your hands, Monokuma. Ha ha ha. Screw you. If you want to earn our despair fair and
That's what
square,
we have to
then I
do.
suggest you take my advice. So, what's this advice of yours?
it's true.
To do Mukuro's trial over again. Only this time you follow the school regulations to ensure a fair trial.
It's time for
This-
one last showdown. One final battle between hope and despair.
You're very quiet. Why are you so quiet? You know, this is a important moment and all, but you know, why are you so quiet? Probably because I lowered your voice thingy. But you know, why are you so quiet, Kyoko?
Hey,
Well, would that make for a proper climax, wouldn't you say? A fair trial, one last showdown. In other words, this would be our chance to expose the true identity of Mukuro's killer, the mastermind themselves. But what reason would the mastermind have to accept the challenge? They'll probably just execute me without another word. Interesting. Very. Gotta love your puns, but you know, it's kind of shit. That's a pretty bad pun. Very interesting indeed. Barry?
What's wrong?
Oh, I was getting bored, so I decided to change things up a little bit. Gee, so time for some bear jokes. Now, what you suggested might be possible. It would certainly make for one honey of a climax.
In other words,
Does that mean you accept?
you guys!
If we don't do things your way, if we do things your way, that'll be enough to convince you and the viewers, right? You wouldn't be, and it would cause you unbearable despair, right? Then I'm prepared to agree to your terms. Will your hope win out, or will my despair claim victory? Let's have one final grisly showdown. He agreed. Then we still got a shot at this. This is a long-awaited climax, right? Just guessing the killer is barely a fitting end. So for this final face-off, you have to unearth all the mysteries that have been buried here. All the mysteries? That's right, every last mystery that's pawing around the school. If you can do that, then that'll be enough to qualify this as a victory for you.
It's true.
That's what we've been trying to do all along. Okay, well good. Then let's bear it all. If you can claw your way to the truth of Mukuro's death and solve the mysteries of the school, then you win. But if you can't do all that, we all face execution, right? I can barely contain my excitement. When you learn the whole truth, what kind of despair will you show me? We're as excited as you are, I'm sure.
Listen to me.
When you've uncovered every last truth, how will the ultimate despair reveal their own despair? I honestly can't believe how this all turned out. I can't believe he's still making bear puns.
Hey.
But before we get started, I want to clarify one more thing. Do you remember the rule? When one student kills another, that's when a class trial is held?
What's wrong?
I remember that for sure. For sure. So what?
Hey.
I just want to confirm that is what you said, right? And that's a true statement? You don't have to be so suspicious. I've said it before, but it bears repeating. Everything is based on the school regulations, and having a trial for Mukuro is no exception to that. Huh? Mukuro's trial is no exception? Then it's part of the regulations? Should mean that whoever killed Mukuro... This is a very polarizing approach. I know it's not... I know, but okay, enough puns. Anyway, here's a hint. I'm sure I told you already, but this killing game began with 16 participants, all of them high school students. And the only people to take a single step into Hope's Peak since the killing game began are those 16 students. What?
Listen.
Are you telling the truth? Why do you go quiet all of a sudden? I'm done talking. I've got nothing left to say to you. So get lost, would ya? Why so mad? He seems emotionally unstable. Leave me alone. Get out of here. Okay, I'm going. You're really gonna let me go? I don't even care anymore. You're all gonna get your punishment later anyway. I need to start getting ready. Super duper extra special punishment overflowing with despair. You need to laugh a bit more.
Hey.
Come on, Makoto. Let's go. Okay. That's so much laughing that I will not be doing. Because I cannot laugh like you. Hanakuma's unstable laughter seemed to cling to us as we walked away. Just like that, we were out of the gym. Fun. So, are we going to tell everyone else that we're alive now? I could hardly believe it, but somehow I ended up not getting executed. I still had my life, and we still had a chance. Overall, things turned out way better than expected. Once again, I was in Kyoko's debt. Kyoko, thank you. After everything I have right now is because of you. Don't thank me just yet. The real battle is still ahead of us. Yeah, true. But still, I'm glad it worked out. I wasn't sure if the enemy would accept my proposal. But honestly, why would the mastermind agree to that? I mean, they don't stand to gain anything from a final showdown, do they?
So...
They had no choice but to accept. Huh?
Because...
It's all because of that one moment that the mastermind let their guard down, like I said. So when was it that the mastermind let their guard down?
So...
I wasn't there to hear it myself, but do you remember what the mastermind said? They said they had hijacked the airways broadcast our school life outside to the outside world, right? Yeah, they definitely said that.
Listen,
And what did you think when you heard that? Pretty hard to believe, right? I mean, the idea of actually taking over the airwaves seems so unbelievable.
indeed.
You don't exactly read about something like that happening very often, so it's hard to imagine. In other words, that kind of thing is extremely difficult to pull off,
However,
and yet somehow the mastermind was able to do it.
in other words,
And think of it another way. There must have been some reason they had to do something that difficult. A reason?
so
They had to show the world something, no matter the cost, us killing each other. They wanted to show the
it
world.
would seem-
The mastermind has been very adamant about not killing us directly, but forcing us to kill each other. And all their rules and regulations were designed to encourage that. Yeah, that makes sense. Those stupid regulations didn't exist, nobody would have killed. Nobody would have killed anybody.
In other words,
So the mastermind's ultimate goal was to make us kill each other and show that off to the world. But why?
correct.
Prove a point, most likely. Prove a point?
Hey,
The outside world has a name for the students at Hope's Peak, right? A certain concept. You're talking about hope, right?
that's right.
For those who represent hope to kill each other and sink into despair, the mastermind wants the world to see that and to try and prove that despair is better than hope. That's their goal, as the ultimate despair. What? They want to prove that despair is better than hope? That's ridiculous.
It's true.
You're right, it is ridiculous, completely irrational. And to think that it's the kind of thing that nobody but those who called themselves the ultimate despair would devise. The group whose only purpose and motivation comes from despair. But is that really their only reason for making the rest of us suffer?
Makoto.
I know how angry it must make you, and yet that same motivation is what led to the mastermind revealing their weakness. What?
In other words,
Because their goal is to broadcast this killing game to the world. The mastermind has to be more particular, but has a more particular reason about their own regulations. The mastermind simply ignored the rules. This wouldn't have been a game, but one-sided
at the
slaughter.
very least,
At least that's how those are watching this would have seen it. That's why the mastermind couldn't kill any of us themselves.
indeed.
That's precisely the reason. No matter how much they may hate what I'm doing, I haven't violated a single one of their regulations. Junko broke the rules, so she was punished. But in my case, they couldn't lay a finger on me.
Right.
So instead, they tried to use the class trial following their proper rules to get me killed. They began a trial that didn't have a right answer, then made me out to be the killer. But even that didn't work.
It's true.
Yes, thanks to you. Due to that failure, the mastermind took yet another risk. They attempted to kill you, who also was not the killer. And when the fact was exposed on live TV to the entire outside world, the mastermind had to accept your suggestion. To prove to the world that despair is better than hope, they have to defeat us in a perfect
In
form.
other words,
It would only do the mastermind harm to have it shown that they violated their own regulations. But that was all a hunch, right? And you were still able to get the mastermind to accept your challenge?
however,
Well, that's only because it's only thanks to you that we got the chance. Got that chance because you believed in me. Another path opened up. I still can't believe how much the mastermind's thoughts and plans you were able to figure out. I didn't have the slightest clue.
wrong.
In the end, though, I couldn't prove any of it. It was just my reasoning. Essentially, I was making a bet. But it looks like I got it right. This time, at least, I won the bet. She let out a quick sigh and took a step, and I took it as a small sign of relief. To be honest, I haven't been that nervous in a long time. Totally couldn't tell you were nervous at all. You seemed totally confident from the moment we decided to go talk to him. Well, presenting a strong demeanor is a fundamental part of negotiation and persuasion, wouldn't you say? Plus, if I'd showed my uneasiness, that would have just made you that much more uneasy. Yeah, you're probably right. How pathetic.
However,
Anyway, we can't relax just yet. All we've done is earn another chance to fight. We have to win this time.
correct.
Or everything we've gone through will have been for nothing. You're right. If we can't defeat the mastermind, it'll cost us our lives. There's no option except to win.
Hey,
I'm tired. But before we begin the final battle, we have to tell the others what's going on. True, but now we know who our real enemy is. All we have to do is work together with everyone to destroy the mastermind. Haven't you been saying that since the very beginning and that still hasn't worked? Work together with everyone.
however...
Is that really possible? Huh?
Anyway,
Right now we have to go find the others.
shall we go?
They're probably in the dorm somewhere. Shall we go? I guess. The area? Sure. Time to go back to the dorms. I guess. I don't know. Ah! Hello, guys. How's it going? This is Byaku's room. Is he inside?
Hey,
I don't think he's here. Come on. We need to keep looking. Okay. Junko, Toka. This is Toka's room. Is she inside?
hey,
I don't think she's here. Come on, we need to keep looking. What are we looking for? Celeste, Chihiro. Hina, Hina. This is Hina's room. Is she inside?
hey,
I don't think she's here. Come on, we need to keep looking. I don't know if you're telling me to look somewhere else. Or what? This is Hira's room. Is he inside?
hey,
I don't think he's here. Come on, we need to keep looking. Where? You know, where? They can't be in the dining hall, because the dining hall is locked at nighttime. What if they're in the bath? That seems like the most reasonable spot. Nope. Not there. My bad, wrong button. What about the laundry room? No. They're not. They can't be in the dining hall, right? The dining hall's locked. Wait, what? I thought entry at the dining hall was strictly prohibited. And suddenly we were greeted with... Good response, you know, yeah. I think it's something about curfew. Or something, I don't know. You again. Is he broken? I suppose his emotional instability has reached its limits. I can't speak this gibberish. And he's gone. Jeez, what the heck?
however...
I wonder what that was all about. I couldn't help but let out a sigh of relief. It's probably because it's nighttime and the dining hall is supposed to be off limits. You know, like the regulation says. We're technically breaking a regulation here, going into the dining hall when it's strictly prohibited. I couldn't help but let out a sigh of relief. What are you guys doing in here? How did you get here? Why are you here? It's nighttime! I have problems! It is nighttime! You shouldn't be in here! Did the announcement not go off yet? What is happening? Is that Makoto?
You guys!
It is! There's
There's-
no two ways about it. That's Makoto.
Huh? You survived?
Jeez, you're like a stubborn little cockroach, you know that?
I'm just asking to make sure, but you're not a ghost, right?
Everyone was there, all my friends who had struggled together and survived. As soon as I saw their faces, I couldn't help myself. I started to tear up.
What?
Wait, what's that smell?
What the heck?
Yeah, man, that seriously stinks. Makoto, he smells like a wet dog. Get away! Shoo! Shoo! And in a flash, my tears dried up. I don't know. What do you have to say?
Yo!
Makoto, what's it like hanging out in the spirit world? I didn't go to the spirit world. You didn't get to talk to her? Who? Miss Cleo. No, I didn't talk to her. I mean, I didn't go to the spirit world. I mean, who the heck is Miss Cleo? I still can't believe you survived. Yeah, me either. Do you realize why it is you escaped your execution? It was alter ego. He saved my life.
That's right.
Not too many people can say that they had their life saved by a computer program. I imagine it was a learning experience for you. What is that supposed to mean? So what have you guys been doing while I was gone? Well, we figured that since the trial was over, we'd have access to new places again. And no dice. All the rooms were still locked before. No, all the rooms that were locked before were still locked. There aren't any new areas. Then when can we go to? Where can we go to find new clues? You stink. Are you rotten? Rotten physically, mentally, every way you can be rotten. Sorry, I was rolling around in garbage for a while. This smell is so smelly. You're worse than me, way worse than me. Why are you like this? I win. She seems happy for some reason.
Makoto.
There's no time to indulge in an extended happy reunion. You need to explain everyone what happened with Monokuma.
Yes.
Explain? Explain what? Is it okay that you're here? What if the mastermind? What if the mastermind catches you? That's related to what I have to tell you all. I need to tell you about the class trial. The last class trial?
In other words,
We're going to redo Mukuro's trial. What? Seriously?
How about that?
What's the point in redoing it? Makoto killed her, right? No, I didn't. No, I didn't do it. Like I keep telling you.
wrong.
Makoto isn't the killer, and of course, it's not me, nor any of you. But then, who is it?
I see.
What she's saying is that it's all the work of the mastermind. What? You're saying the mastermind killed Mukuro?
That's right.
That's right. It's all an elaborate trap contrived by the mastermind. Makoto spotted the trap in time and did what he had to do to stop it.
However,
But his decision meant that he would be the one to die.
What
You
did
spotted
you
the
say?
trap? You spotted the trap, did you, Makoto? You make it sound like it was easy. You make it sound like it was easy. I just,
however,
But executing Makoto, who wasn't the Blacken, is a clear violation of the school regulations. The rules state that only the Blacken is to be executed. The mastermind broke their own rules, which is why I went and negotiated with them to have the trial once more. And the mastermind agreed. Does that mean they really did break the rules? They had no choice but to agree. You used the TV broadcast to gain leverage you needed, didn't you?
correct.
Very observant of you.
Naturally.
I recalled what you said at the end of the last trial. You said, now it's the mastermind's time. Now it's the mastermind that's ensnared. That's what you're referring to.
Don't be mean.
Hey, I'm totally in the dark here. That's because you're an idiot. For anyone who doesn't understand, you can ask Kyoko to explain it later. Again. Or again later. So knowing all this, what are we gonna do now?
About that.
It's about the one who killed Mukuro, right? So our job is to expose the mastermind? There's one more thing to it than that, correct? Yeah. For us to win this time, we have to solve every last mystery surrounding the school. Every last mystery? But we've been looking around all this time and we still don't know anything, right?
Anyway,
You've probably guessed already, but if we lose this time, everyone dies. Everyone? Hey, who said you could agree to those terms without talking to the rest of us? I'm fine with things the way they are. I'm fine with living here with I meanwhile want to get out of here as soon as humanly possible. Anyway, at this point, the only way for us to survive is to unravel the truth. In other words, one decisive final battle, a rather interesting development, I'd say.
but
Oh boy. By figuring out who the mastermind is and how they killed Mukuro and all the school mysteries, that's pretty tall for an order. Maybe, but this time the trial is different. We know who our enemy is now. So if we work together and search as hard as we can, I'm sure we'll solve all those mysteries. I'm not so sure about that. Huh? I can't agree with the idea of working together with everyone. Why not? You can't agree? Why not? I mean, working together with everyone seems like the most obvious way to solve this mystery.
indeed.
That's what I thought too, at first. Until Monokuma gave us this little hint. Hint? It's a very polarizing approach, I know, but okay. Not the puns. Anyway, here's a hint. I'm sure I told you this already, but this killing game began with 16 participants, and all of them high school students. The only people to take a single step into Hope's Peak since the killing game began are those 16 students.
I see.
Monokuma said that, didn't he? Then Kyoko's opinion is perfectly reasonable. Huh? But why?
So, in other words,
If the mastermind really is the one who killed Mukuro, as Kyoko said, then the mastermind would have had to set foot in school, right? Monokuma could have probably murdered Mukuro. Monokuma could probably have murdered Mukuro, but there's no way he couldn't have disguised the scene like that.
In other words,
According to Monokuma, the only people who have set foot in Hope's Peak are the 16 students who have been taking part in the killing game. Then the mastermind is... There were 15 of us in the main hall at the very beginning. Add in Mukuro and you get 16. So the mastermind would have to be one of them.
that's right.
And those 16 people that we started out with, the only ones still alive are the people standing right here. Need I continue, or do you get it now? You're saying the mastermind is one of us?
No way!
You can't be serious. Wait, we can't say that for sure. We can't say that's true yet. Monokuma said might have just said that all to confuse us.
Indeed.
It's certainly a possibility. There's only one among it, but only one among many. Mastermind being one of us is also a possibility. And that is one possibility we can't ignore. Yeah, I mean, they're the ultimate despair, right? The ultimate despair, so they must be a high schooler. You can't say it's not possible. But if one of us was the mastermind, they'd have to be controlling Monokuma somehow, right? But did you ever see anyone acting suspicious anytime Monokuma was active?
Well,
Maybe they snuck off and controlled him in secret.
but
I don't care how sneaky you are. We would have noticed someone sneaking off that many times.
I'm right.
Then maybe Monokuma was on autopilot. Maybe they had loaded up all the dialogue and actions beforehand. In that case, there's no way he could have had all those back and forth conversations with us. Well, it wouldn't be entirely possible. They directed the flow of conversation. Well, maybe, but still. Oh, so it wasn't nighttime. It just said nighttime in the corner. Annoyed.
This is a school announcement. You've all probably figured this out by now, but at this point, the killing game has now entered true ending mode.
True ending mode?
So, in the name of fairness, I will unlock every room in the school. Look wherever you want. Solve the mystery in whatever way you see fit. Then we can all meet up at the class trial, okay?
How very magnanimous of him to unlock all the
That's
rooms.
fine.
Time for talk is done. Now we must begin our investigation. But I was planning on working alone from the beginning
In the
anyway.
name of
At this
my
point, I can
family.
only rely on myself, on the Togami blood flowing through my veins. I have no time to worry about the rest of you. Each of you must uphold your responsibility. Well then. After making his final statement, Byakuya left the dining hall. Please don't. Can you not? Keep saying, can you just not? He didn't take me with him.
Hey.
Do you blame him? Without... the rest of you are like coffee without cream. Or coffee. Wait, coffee with cream without the cream. Coffee with cream without the cream. Your analogy makes no sense. Or coffee. You're totally useless. So, bye. With that, Toko trotted out of the dining hall. And now she's gone. Are you gonna go off by yourself? You're gonna go off by yourself, right, Kyoko?
indeed.
That's right. Which just leaves Makoto, Hina, and me.
You know?
In that case, I'm gonna go by myself too.
Just a second.
Wait, how come?
How about that?
Just wait and see. I'm gonna use my totally awesome spirit power to figure out the mastermind's identity. You are just literally deadweight. All you are is deadweight here, hero. That's all you are. Even Hina's more useful than you. Laughing loudly, Hiro left the dining hall. Everyone's really gonna go off by themselves? What about you, Hina? I guess I'll do the same thing. I mean, it's not that I don't trust everyone, you know?
I mean,
But up till now, I haven't really been all that useful. You're more useful than Hiro! I just depended on Sakura and everyone else. You're not useless. If you hadn't been here, I would have died. Makoto. That's really nice of you to say. But still, I know I've been totally useless.
okay.
Or mostly totally useless. So I figured at least here at the end, Maybe I can find something that'll help us get out of here. So I'm gonna go off and do it all on my own. Okay, see you later. Hino is surprisingly in high spirits as she dashed out of the dining hall. Once again, it's just us two.
Indeed.
Oh, you didn't leave? I thought you left. So you're gonna go off on your own too, right, Kyoko?
However,
Well, don't misunderstand. Just because we're doing our own searches separately doesn't mean we can't still work together.
so
That goes for all of us. I think I see what you mean. Doing our own investigation doesn't mean we can't work together in the end. I should just see us splitting up. I should just see it as us splitting up to cover more ground. And then we get back together and share what we found. Yeah, that's right.
So then,
Well, I'd better get going. I have endless lists of things I need to check.
correct.
Monokuma said all the doors of the school had been unlocked, right? We should investigate every nook and cranny of the school. We can visit the places we couldn't go before.
Makoto.
Makoto, no matter what it takes, we have to uncover the truth. By any means necessary. With that, Kyoko was gone, leaving only me. I don't have time to waste either. Dig in my shirt. I have to begin my search! Yeah. I still can't believe the mastermind might be one of us. So that's what I have to prove. I'll have to prove the mastermind isn't one of us. I'll expose the mastermind's true identity and solve the mystery of the school. And then we can all escape together. Investigate! Yeah! I guess I'll start by taking another look at Mukuro's Monokuma file. Due to the explosion, the victim's identity was unknown. They, however, were dead before the blast. The victim had been stabbed with a single time and the knife went completely through the body. They had also been struck in the head with an object about as thick as a metal pipe. But the body was covered in other wounds, but these were at least several days old. Once we find out who killed Mukuro Ikusaba, then we'll know who the mastermind is. So should I start my investigation? So where should I start my investigation to figure out who killed her? I guess I should start with the rooms that were locked up till now. The headmaster's room, biolab, the room with the data center, with Monokuma's face on it. Oh, on the second floor of the dorms where the gate was down before. That should be open now, right? After that, I'll double check the areas that are connected to the murder. Which means the garden and the dojo. Okay, time to get started. Places to check has been added to the truthful section of your handbook. Why would that need to be added to the... It's not really evidence in any sense. I guess I'll start with the, It's weird not staying this gate down. I'll start with this, though. The gate's open. We can check out the second floor of the dorms. Which means I have to do it. Fancy stair. Oh. This is the second floor of the dorms? Looks like some ancient ruins. Or, no, it's more of a battlefield, like a bomb blew up here or something. So much for fancy stairs, am I right? Ugh, blood. Huh. This door's still intact. Oh, jeez. This bed is completely torn apart. I mean, it's not really a bed anymore, it's just garbage. I opened the door just a crack and glanced inside and immediately closed it again. There wasn't into the bathroom. It was just a big pile of rubble. How did I open the door then? I don't know, but there's nothing left here. The area? Yeah. Ugh. This is the girls' bathroom. Even in a place like this, I can't bring myself to go in. Good job, buddy. What's... That's the, like... That looks like an Egyptian thing. On the thing in blood over there, it looks like an Egyptian symbol or something. I don't know. It probably has nothing to do with anything, but you know, it's worth... Nothing. Wrong button. Okay, then. The bathroom's still intact, though. Interesting. More blood, okay. Locker room. This room is filled with lockers. It must have been for Hope's Peak students who came before us. The class before ours must have been in these lockers. Oh, good God. I can't imagine any way to get into this locker. This locker to open. I'm not even gonna try. I'm not even bother to try. There's a metal plate mounted over the lockers. There's no way to get it open. I don't think this locker's gonna open. I can... That one. I wonder if I can open this locker. Nope, locked. There's a card reader installed on the door. Must be how you get into the locker. How the locker's open, after all. It's pretty similar to a card reader on the second floor. The card reader is for the lockers on the second floor of the school. And you have to use your e-handbook to open those up. So does that mean? Let's just give it a try. Took out my handbook and ran it across the card reader. Then, no luck. Maybe one of the maybe only the locker's owner can open it, which means it's no use any of us can do. I didn't read half of that properly. I can guarantee that. I wonder if I can open this locker. Nope, locked. There's a card reader installed on the door. Must be how you get the locker to open. After all, it's pretty similar to a card reader that's on the second floor. The locker room's on the second floor of the school. You have to use your e-handbook to open those up. What's that mean? Well, let's just give it a try. Got my e-handbook and ran it across the reader, then... No, no luck. Maybe it's only the locked open. Why do you have to repeat that every time? I wonder if I can open this locker. Rattle, rattle. It's just gonna say the same thing. No luck. This one. No luck. Looks like these lockers are already broken. There's a metal plate mounted to the locker. No way to get it open. No lock. No luck. Anything at all? Nothing? No luck. There's been a bunch. I don't really know what's inside, but it's no other way. Okay, that's all that's here. Literally nothing useful. Okay. Off we go to the next area. Wherever the next area is. Last room, I guess. These doors are huge compared to me. I'm just so unbelievably tiny. There's a bump there. Why is there a bump in the wall? This room doesn't really feel like a student's room. It's more of an adult atmosphere. Correct. This is where the hell did you come from? It's the headmaster's private room. Kyoko! I've been through this room several times already, but I still have one little regret. So I decided to check it out one more time. Huh? A regret? What's with the door? You know that indent? Huh? There's a strange gap in the wall. Some kind of design mistake. Is it some kind of design mistake or a construction defect or something?
So...
There's a gap here, but not just any normal gap. I can feel a breeze coming out. A breeze? There's likely an open space on the other side of this wall. Open space, does that mean... You mean like a hidden room? I think I might know how to open it. You know how to open it? Did you figure it out? Some kind of trick or something?
Indeed.
A very easy trick, yes. So easy, I'm not sure you can even call it a trick. So I saw a program in the PC that I think controls it. Enter the right password and the door should open right up.
However...
But I don't have a clue on what the password might be. All we know is that it's probably made up of letters and or numbers. Can't really go from there. You're right. It's not nearly enough to go on.
It's true.
I looked through all his paperwork and all the files in the PC, but I could think of. I learned that there's more to him than I really had any desire to. But nothing that might have been his password. And when I try to think about how much time I wasted on this, and to think about how much time I wasted on this. Where are the chair, okay. I love the chair. I can't imagine a student using something like this. It must have been the headmaster's. The desk is home to a computer. It must have belonged to the headmaster. I'm gonna quickly talk to Kyoko before I click on the computer. I think I might know how to open it, but that's where I got stuck.
Correct.
Which is the red I mentioned. Okay. There's a PC on the desk. It must have belonged to the headmaster.
It would seem...
Whoever used this last, it looked like they were very interested in the Ultimate Despair. The PC still has some search results left on it. You might be able to get some info on the Ultimate Despair.
However,
There's not much, though. So, there's not much, though. One thing we already don't know, or we already know. The Ultimate Despair isn't one individual, but used instead. But instead, it points to some kind of group. The group is responsible for the tragedy which happened 1 year ago. They're the worst sorts of people who were driving forces coming from despair.
however...
That's all there is. Not much to it, is there?
Whew.
But I guess it's the best you could do as a complete Kirigiri failure. But any information about the mastermind is helpful, right? I appreciate whatever info we can get our hands on. I see. That's a good outlook to have. The Ultimate Despair has been added to the Truth Quote section of your handbook. Jeez. I'm getting a call. Hang on. Hello?
Oh. Okay, thank you.
I'm gonna be right back. I gotta go do something. Okay, I'm back now. Sorry, I got a call from the doctor's place. My doctor, so that's fun. Anyway, after that slight interruption, we's all goods now. We can continue. Everything's fine. Yep, everything's fine. Anyway, this is a hidden room that you couldn't get into. That's what she meant by regret. I think we can assume that there's some kind of clue waiting in there. But maybe for her there's something more to it than that. Anyway, if we want to get in there, we need to figure out the password. Kyoko can't figure it out. No way do I stand a chance. No, wait, there might be a chance. Password could be something Kyoko wouldn't have thought of. Something she didn't want to think of. For example, what about your name?
What?
Huh? Oh, sorry, I was just thinking of what the password might be. I'm sure she hasn't tried it. I mean, it's totally understandable. After the way she talked about her father, the idea that he would use her name as a password, or as his password. Knowing how she is, I bet the idea never even occurred to her. Do you mind if I try it, just to be sure?
Well,
It's not like you need my permission. If you want to try it, try it. Do whatever you want. Okay. You know, I'm kind of glad I thought of trying Kyoko's name. But if it's not it might just hurt Kyoko even more.
hey,
You're worried about me, Makoto, don't be. I already know what you're guessing. I already know that your guess is wrong. Okay, in that case, your guess nothing. I collect myself and turn to the computer to face the monitor. I turned to the... What did that say? I collected myself, then turned to face the computer monitor. Let me just type the password here. I type her full name, Kyoko Kirigiri. My hands were tense and slightly trembling, and as I finished typing it in... Beep. It did it for me. I don't think that sound effect's gonna stop until I hit the button. What? Did it? That did it? Kyoko, it worked!
Why?
Kyoko? Without looking at me, she disappeared into the hidden room. She looked grim. Kyoko. Poor child. Poor child is angry. Or something. Hey, Kyoko? I might as well not even have been in the room. Her gaze was fixed on only one thing. A present? Wrapped and covered with such joy. That's what made it so unusual. I'm gonna look at that last one. I better check out this before I do anything. Okay, fine. There's a brightly colored box here. It's totally out of place. It seems totally out of place in here. The more I look at it, the more suspicious I get. Should we open it? I'm getting some kind of bad vibe from it. I mean, we can't not open it, right? Okay.
Makoto.
Be careful, Makoto. Why do you think it's dangerous? Or why do you think it's dangerous? No, not dangerous, but surprising, probably. Huh?
It would seem...
If it is what I think it is, at the very least, it's not something you'll be happy to see. Wait, so you know what's in there?
Anyway...
Just don't scream or anything, okay? Are you saying there's something that make me want to scream? Okay, I'm just gonna open it. Step by heavy step, I approached the box. Took a deep breath, then took a hold of the lid. Slowly, ever so slowly, I lifted it. Light began to sneak its way into the box. Still hesitant, glance inside and... She said not to scream! You goddamn fool, you screamed! Kyoko's advice was no use. I let a trembling cry. Ah! Lovely. That's not what you'd want to see in there, would it? What was in the box? It was bones. Human bones. It's the last thing I expected to find in such a bright, joyful box. I mean, who could have possibly imagined?
I see.
Just as I thought. What? You knew about this? Just as you thought? How could you have known? I mean, there were bones in there. Human bones. Well, it's not like I was specifically thinking bones. I was thinking bones specifically. I just had a feeling it would be his body. That's pretty much the same thing. A dead guy in a box. My father. Huh? What about him?
Correct.
What you found in the box. Those bones. That body. That's my father. Or at least, what's left of him. Are you serious? This is Kyoko's dad? The same man she's been searching for? No, hold on. How can you know for sure? How do you know that's him?
So...
Given all the information we have already, that's the only possible answer. So that same person may very well be the mastermind who planned all this out. According to the files, the headmaster is a man in his late 30s. Seems possible, even likely, that he's somewhere in the school right now. It's a very polarizing approach, I know, but... Okay, enough of the puns. Anyway, here's a hint. I'm sure you already know this, but this killing game began with 16 participants, all of them high school students. The only people to take a single step into Hope Peak since the killing game began are those 16 students. Alter Ego said that the headmaster was probably here in the school. The only ones who are alive at the start of this killing game were all 16 students. When you put those two ideas together, it doesn't take much to assume that most likely my father was in the school, but he was also dead. That's my assumption anyway. As Kyoko explained her analysis, she was completely calm. Or, no, she wasn't calm. She was trying to seem calm. She said it just as she thought, so she knew it was a possibility. But I had to believe that... Oh my god, I'm struggling here. But I have to believe that at some point she wanted to be proven wrong, which is why she never looked at the box herself, even though she had plenty of chances. I know Kyoko said she wanted to see her father, so she could cut off all ties. But was that all there was to it? I gave up some of that pride. In order to enter Hope's Peak, I had to reveal myself to the school. I did it knowing it was something a true Kirigiri detective would never do. Would she really give up her pride just for that? I couldn't help but wonder. Hidden room present has been added to the Truth Both section of your handbook. There's a picture over there. Huh? This picture. It's all faded, but it must be pretty old. Wait, is this a picture of... Hey, Kyoko.
Why would you?
Well, this is annoying. Came here to cut myself free from the past. And yet... To now find something like this. So what would you expect me to do now? Then I was right. It's a picture of Kyoko when she was a little girl. Knowing that the headmaster had this picture all this time, must have really cared about her.
Why?
Why? What? I wanted to face him and tell him myself, to cut him out of my life for abandoning me. That was the whole reason I came here. And he's abandoned me again. This time he even stole my only opportunity I had to move on. Has there ever been a worse father? Kyoko. Photo of Kyoko and the headmaster has been added to the Truth Both section of your handbook. This is a filing cabinet that seems to... That's not a filing cabinet, that's a dresser! You have your facts wrong, Makoto! What makes you think that that's a filing cabinet? What? The filing cabinets are long and metal! That's not a filing cabinet! That is a dresser! I have problems! This filing cabinet seems to be the kind of place you'd find a clue. I should take a closer look. I don't think Kyoko would like some stranger like me touching her dad's stuff.
Hey.
It's fine, check whatever you want. Are you sure? Okay then. I went through each drawer one by one, starting from the top. But all I found were piles and piles of unrelated documents. He's pretty dedicated to his job, huh?
Well?
It's just because he didn't have anything else. Could have inherited our family business, our legacy. Instead, he left it all behind.
Wow.
He couldn't even handle a job like this. If he couldn't even handle a job like this, my bad, he would have been much more of a failure. I'm sure he couldn't stand the thought of that, and it made him desperate. The headmaster's desk is probably hiding some kind of clue, so I really want to check it out, but I don't really want to touch... You already know this.
Hey.
Don't worry about me. Feel free to look around as much as you like. Are you sure? Never let anything get in the way of an investigation. I don't. Okay then, if you don't mind. Starting from the top, I opened the desk drawers. I opened all the desk drawers and looked inside. Rummaged through each one, finding nothing but unrelated documents. In the last drawer... It's an e-handbook, right? It's labeled in case of emergency. I found some kind of an emergency handbook in the headmaster's desk.
In other words...
A handbook with no limitations given to the school's ultimate authority, the headmaster. I'm assuming that's what it is. Unlimited... I have an idea. I think you're probably right. It might prove useful as we continue our investigation. Why don't you hold on to it, huh? But Kyoko... I don't need it. If you don't want it, go ahead and leave it here. Then I guess I'll take it. Is it really okay? Headmaster's e-handbook has been added to the Truth Both section of your handbook.
Hey.
Listen, Makoto. Huh? Can I ask you a favor? What's that? Favor? What is it?
So...
I know it's completely unreasonable to ask you this. I know it'll only inconvenience you that much more, but...
Hey.
Could you leave? Huh?
Correct.
Just for a little while. I'd just like to be alone for a bit. Kyoko, don't worry, I'm fine. Just need to calm down a little.
Just a second.
I need to get my emotions in order. You know, Kyoko, you told me before about the relationship you had with your dad. You're only connected by blood, not by heart and soul. But Maybe that picture motivated him. Maybe he hoped to see me again someday. Is that what you're going to say? If so, it's just a theory. And it isn't an issue that can't be settled in with theories. That picture doesn't change the fact of what happened and what I went through. That problem can't be solved so easily. You're right. I'm sorry. Once I've gotten myself under control, I'll return to the investigation immediately. So please, just give me some time to myself. Okay. I understand. Then, I'll see you later. Oof. Is she really okay? Kyoko must have been in complete shock to her. This must have been a complete shock to her. I mean, it was a shock to me. Find out what happened to the headmaster? There's no doubt the mastermind performed that evil deed. They killed the headmaster. Kyoko's father. Father! Who pronounces it father these days? Father is much better. They killed him. The headmaster is dead. Her father is dead. The one leading Hope's Peak staff, the one who finalized the plan to isolate you, was the Hope's Peak headmaster. The same person that very well might be the mastermind who planned this all out. And according to the files, the headmaster is a man in his late 30s. It seems possible, even likely, that he's somewhere in the school right now. But we were wrong about that. The headmaster wasn't the mastermind. Which means the mastermind's true identity is a very polarizing approach. I know, but okay. Enough the puns. Here's a hint. I'm sure I told you this already, but the killing game began with 16 participants, all of them high school students. And the only people to take steps in Hope's Peak since the killing game began are those 16 students. We're just gonna keep going back to these 3 lines, aren't we? Or these few lines every like 5 minutes, right? Because it's so important to keep flashbacking to them. Yeah. 15 of us meet in the main hall. Add Mukuro and that makes to the mix and you got 16. Including me, only 6 of us are still alive. Everyone else is dead. Even Mukuro. She is undeniably dead. The ones still alive are me, Byakuya, Hiro, Toko, Hina, and Kyoko. Only those 6 people are still alive. Then there's no question. Wait, no, that can't be. I refuse to believe it. There has to be some other way. There just has to be. I got an unlimited pass to everything, right? So I'm actually gonna go back to here because there was locked stuff in here that I couldn't access before. And they required key cards. You know, like those e-handbook stuff. So, those are, I can't imagine. I wonder if I can open this locker. No, it's locked. There's a key card reader on the phone. No, that's pretty similar to the card reader. So does that mean? Let's just go try. I got my handbook on order. Let's read them then. No lock. Maybe the only lock. What? But wait. But what about the emergency handbook I found in the headmaster's room? Okay, let's give it one more try. Took the emergency handbook and read it across the card reader and. Oh, it worked! Alright, just what I was hoping for. Now let's see what we've got inside. I don't see anything that might be a clue. Okay, that one. Took the emergency handbook and ran it across the card reader end. Looks like the locker opened up. Let's see what we've got inside. I don't see anything that might be a clue. Next one. I took the emergency handbook and ran it across the card reader. Looks like the locker opened up. Let's see what we've got inside. Nope. Don't see anything that could be a clue. Ah, these are all useless. Took the emergency handbook and read it across the card reader and looks like the locker opened up. Now let's see what we've got inside. Oh, we've actually got something this time. This thing's practically empty. There's just one thing, some kind of pocketbook. I don't see a name written on it, so I can't see for sure who it is. Some writing inside, it could be important. I don't like violating another's privacy, but I better take a look. It's like a girl's handwriting, and all the letters are spaced out evenly. Whoever wrote them was measuring them. Whoever wrote this must have been really meticulous. Huh? I was flipping through the pocketbook. I was flipping through the pocketbook, but my hand froze when I got to a certain page. I saw something familiar written there. Words I'd heard before. There's a place to turn Hope's Peak into a shelter to isolate the students here in a communal life. I decided to talk to the one who came up with the plan directly. It just so happens to be the headmaster and my father. He's willing to give me some more details regarding the plan. Here's what he said. The plan is to keep the other student prodigy safe. Keep them as our hope for the future. Only their genius can overcome disaster. Only their hope can overcome despair. For the future of our country, our world, it's not an exaggeration to call this place our final hope. We must isolate the superior youth from the corrupted world, serve as a foundation for a new era. This is the only hope we have. I hope you'll be willing to go along with this plan. That's what my father had to say to me. As usual, he made a selfish decision without consulting anyone else. Can't imagine a worse father. This can't be true, can it? But I knew it was. I knew exactly who the pocketbook belonged to. Kyoko. It couldn't have been anyone else. But this belongs to Kyoko. What was it doing in this locker? And what she wrote here completely contradicts what she already told me. She said she hadn't seen her father since he left when she was little. I decided to talk to the man who came up with the plan directly. Just so happens to be the headmaster and my father. What does the hell this mean? I quickly scanned the remaining pages of the notebook. I must have been looking for something that would prove me wrong about this whole thing. When I reached the last page, the question mark spinning through my head started spinning much faster. When I looked at it, the rest of the pocketbook, the writing here was messy, disorganized, scrawled. Despair works among us, and so we survived the second. There's a second despair. What is this? What does that mean? I have no idea. What could possibly make sense? There's a second despair. Locker pocketbook has been added to the truth book section of your handbook. Well, lovely. Nothing left there. Next one. The emergency handbook and ran it across the reader. Looks like the locker will open it. Let's see what we've got inside. I don't see anything that might be a clue. Last one. I took the emergency handbook and ran it across the card reader end. Looks like the locker will opened up. Now let's see what we've got inside. This locker is totally disorganized. Whoever it belongs to has probably has some organization problems in every part of their life. Is it something like that? I don't know. This is a crystal ball. Huh? Crystal ball? No, it can't be. There's no way he ever used this locker. It's just not possible. 3 things I can look at. What's the other thing? Is it a deck of playing cards? No, they're tarot cards. But wait. Are those used things for telling fortunes? It's just a coincidence, right? All these kinds of textbooks and notebooks are stacked in no particular order. And dust is everywhere. I assume whoever stuffed this is didn't do a lot of studying. Not that I can really talk. Trying to act as casual and natural as possible, I picked up one of the notebooks I saw. I picked up one of the notebooks I saw. The moment I looked inside the notebook, any sense of easiness may have evaporated. What? There's no denying what I saw. Inside the notebook was written, Yasuhiro Hagakure. That's not the inside, that's the outside. Is this our Yasuhiro? The notebook also contained a large number of notes, varying from different classes. Which would mean he attended classes here? No, that can't be possible. I mean, Hiro came to school at the same time as the rest of us. We were all sucked up into this evil world. We never had the chance to take any classes. So, what is this notebook? Locker notebook has been added to the truth book section of your handbook. Nothing else? Just those? Yeah. But the more I see, the less it makes sense. Because these lockers, I mean, they had to belong to previous students, right? So why am I seeing this? What? Why are these things in the Why are these things in the lockers that look like they belong to people here? A notebook that seems to belong to Hiro. A pocketbook that seems to have belonged to Kyoko. There has to be some kind of explanation. But if I want to find that out, I'll just have to keep moving forward with you. Moving the investigation forward. I have to believe in everyone. What said? I don't even remember. I'm having trouble, man. Big trouble. Off we go back to the staircase because there's nothing left here. Okay. So I think that's all the locked rooms here. Are there any on the first floor? That's so unlocked. That's unlocked. That's unlocked. Yeah, there's nothing locked on the first floor. Second floor doesn't have anything locked either. Third floor. Yeah, there's nothing locked on the third floor. It's only the fourth and fifth. So go to the fourth floor now. It was just here. The Monokuma room. Hi, Hina.
Hey, Makoto.
Makoto, are you looking around here too? Is that what you're doing here? Yeah, I can't help but wonder what about the Monokuma door.
Yeah.
So I figured, if all the doors in the school must have been locked, this one should open too, right?
But,
Although I couldn't bring myself to open it.
I mean,
Because it might explode, right? And that'd really suck, so you open it. I'm sure she didn't mean it, but she made it sound like she was okay with me getting blown up. That's cruel, Hina. That's cruel. Okay, so I guess I'll open it. Wait, let me take cover first. I don't want to get exploded. Hina raced to a nearby desk and hid underneath it. Okay, go ahead. Everything will be okay, right? Alright, here goes nothing. I threw all my weight into it, and the door opened much easier than I expected. What the hell? There's no explosion, thankfully. My first impression was, whoa, this place is totally sci-fi. Yeah, I was kind of getting the same thing. I was kind of thinking the same thing. I could talk to Hina, look at that, and there's a hatch on the thing. What do you have to say, Hina?
what the heck?
I mean, every part of the school leaves a bad taste in my mouth,
Just
but
a second.
this place is, like, #1 gross. It's like a whole different league of creepy. Some kind of hatch on the floor, but right now I'm more concerned about that weird device. What weird device? This one? What is this device? It looks like some kind of control panel. It's really over the top, but it looks like some kind of military installation or something. Yeah, it kind of looks like a mecha cockpit, right? I assume he'd probably freak out if he saw it. Cockpit? So the Monokuma room has a control panel that looks like some kind of cockpit. What could that mean?
Okay.
Alright, let's start poking around at it or whatever. I'm gonna start pushing buttons. Oh, hold on, you can't just, or whatever, something like this. But it was too late. He was already jabbing away at the control panel. Huh? Did you hear that? Yeah, I think it came from the other room. Would you push? I'm not totally sure, but I think it was one of those buttons that says Data Center. Data Center? I took a good look at the control panel. Saw a bunch of buttons and each one had the name next to it. Just like he said, this one was labeled Data Center. That must have been the one she pushed. The Data Center. That's right next door. The room we were just in. That's just where the strange noise came from. I'd probably better go check it out. Yes, please. I'm kind of scared out of my mind right now, so I'll just hear you on from over here, whatever. But what about that hatch? There's some kind of hatch on the floor. You go check out the Data Center. Fine. I just want to look at the hatch. Did I just hear what I think I heard? That's Monokuma. Is that Monokuma? Hey. Give me your donuts. Is that you, Hina? What? Oh man, busted. How did you know? Anyway, what is this? Some kind of remote control camera kind of setup? You don't even know how what you're controlling? Well, I mean, I can't really see anything from in here.
Found it.
Ah, guess what I found? A self-destruct button. Whatever you do, don't push it!
Too bad.
Aw, man. Were you seriously gonna push it? Anyway, I guess that settles it. The room with the Monokuma drawing on it. And the control panel inside. What? Wait. The room with Monokuma drawing on it. And has a... okay, whatever. Anyway, you know what you're doing in there. Whoa, hey Makoto, what the heck was that just now? Monokuma? Huh? What do you mean? Well, you were controlling just now. It was Monokuma. Monokuma? What, for real? Yeah, but it looks like that panel definitely controls Monokuma. Which means the mastermind has been controlling Monokuma from this room. Yeah, they definitely were here. Definitely in here. Mastermind is controlling Monokuma in this room. And the control room is totally separate from the data center with all these monitors. In other words,
Hey,
maybe the mastermind can't monitor us and control Monokuma at the same time. Kyoko's theory is right. But if the mastermind has been controlling Monokuma in here, that means they've been inside the school this whole time, right? I guess that would have to be true. But if that is true, it's a very polarizing approach, I know, but okay, enough of the puns. Anyway, here's a hint. I'm sure you already know this, but the killing game began with 16 participants, all of them high school students. The only people to take a single step into Hope's Peak since the killing game began are those 16 students. That just keeps getting repeated over and over again. Then the mastermind Monokuma's puppeteer really is the 16 students? No, it can't be. There's no way, right? Monokuma control room is managed in the Street Blood section of your handbook. What's wrong, Makoto? I don't like that look on your face. Your face is making. Oh no, it's nothing. Oh, okay. What about you? Is everything okay? Oh well, it's just... This is where the mastermind's been hiding, right? Who knows if they set up traps or something. I can't say it isn't possible. I know, but I really hope it's not true. So like, you wanna leave soon? There's a lot of other places to check out. Yeah, good point. Can't waste all our time standing around here. You wanna get going? Yeah. I wanna look at the trapdoor. What's wrong, Makoto? Let's hurry and get out of here. But the trapdoor! I wanna look at the trapdoor! Are you kidding me? As soon as the data center was closed, I heard a strange sound. What's that? Oh, the door just locked on its own. What? I told you I wanted to check the hatch. Why didn't you do that? I wanted to know where it led, and you didn't check it. Makoto, you idiot! My hand shot out to grab the doorknob. You're right, it's locked, but why? Of course it's locked, because the data center is now restricted. Monokuma?
Just a second.
Hey, no fair, you can't go around restricting whatever you feel like.
Hey,
It's for your benefit. Because if that room stays open, I won't be able to move around. Imagine how depressed everyone would get if the school mascot just stepped and stopped moving in that room. As we may have guessed, that's where my controls are. So right now you're being operated by someone in that room?
Yes, indeed.
Correctamundo.
You're a liar.
But that doesn't make any sense. We were just in there and we didn't see anyone. Oh, you didn't, did you? Ooh, are you sure you were as thorough as you could have been? You were in that hatch, weren't you? Oh, you asshole. You were hiding in that hatch. Did you happen to check a certain suspicious hatch? I wanted to check that, but you kept ignoring it. I clicked on it 3 times, and you were like, nah, let's ignore it. There's more important things to check. No way. That hatch on the floor? Too bad, it was your one big chance and you blew it. Of course, that hatch can't be opened from the outside anyway, so whatever. Now then, this room is officially restricted, so no more investigating. I'll be relying on you guys to tell the others. Peace. He's gone, but was he telling the truth? The mastermind was hiding in there? In fact, if you think back to when we got locked out of the control room, that proves it for sure. Then when I said we should leave, well, that hatch couldn't have been opened from the outside anyways, right? So it's not your fault.
Sorry.
Oh, okay. Anyway, we don't have to get it We don't have to let it get to us. We have to stay positive and make the most of the time we have left. You're right. There's one thing I'm good at, it's keeping my body moving. Okay, I'm gonna go run around and tell everyone what we found. Nice. You got me all motivated
You
again.
got it.
Okay, I'm out. See you later. Hina took off in a full sprint. I have to do what I can too. The only way to move forward. Or that's the only way to move forward. Next is the headmaster's room. Yeah. This is the headmaster's room. Heard an awful lot about it, but this will be my first time seeing it for myself. Makoto, it's you. Oh, Byakuya. What do you guys say? Well, you came to the right place. You came to the right place this time. Would you like to see something interesting? Sure, what's up? What do you mean, something interesting? Take a look at this. Class 78 student roster. It's on top of the aesthetically ostentatious desk. Class 78 student registry. It contains profiles of all of us and Mukuro.
So in other words...
Apparently, Class 78 refers to us. Wait, when we found Mukuro's profile in Kyoko's room...
I see.
That's right, it also mentioned Class 78. It must be where Kyoko got that page. And since the rest of our profiles are listed in there, along with hers,
In other words...
and there can be no doubt, Mukuro was a student here at Hope Peak Academy, just like the rest of us. Mukuro Ikusaba, the 16th student. That must have been how Kyoko learned about it. But it seems that Kyoko was in a hurry. What do you mean? I'm talking about when she stole it. The uneven tearing, the way the paper had been crumpled, she must have been in a hurry. Well, since she snuck in to get it, I'm sure she wanted to get out as fast as possible. What's your point? She was in so much of a hurry, she only got the first page. The first page? Correct. Mukuro's profile actually contains 2 pages. What?
So in other
words... Very in sync there. In other words, when it comes to this profile, there's more information about Mukuro that we still didn't have. What kind of information is it? Why do you ask me to explain every little thing? You can read, can't you? It seems to be some sort of detailed report put together by the headmaster himself. I don't know what kind of man he was, but I'm glad he left us such interesting clues. I was half listening to Byakuya as I skimmed through the report. Mukuro reappeared suddenly in the background and an entity floats, but just out of reach. The entity is known as the Ultimate Despair. Right now I can't be sure if this is a single person or some kind of group. But whatever it is, Mukuro is definitely some kind of connection to it. The bad feeling about all this, and I need to push forward with my research on the Ultimate Despair. I need to pay attention to Mukuro's behavior. And Mukuro's behavior too. What's the last? Oh wait, no, it's the Ikusaba one. This is just a gut feeling, but I think she's dangerous. Despite the countless battles she must have gone through as a member of Fenrir, when she entered Hope's Peak, she didn't display any signs of battle wounds or scars. That fact alone proves her tremendous skill in battle. Naturally, I want to believe in her. She's one of my students after all. But if I decide she's a danger to the other students, I'll be forced to take all responsible measures. Mukuro was part of the Ultimate Despair? I don't think there can be any doubt about it now. But wouldn't that mean Mukuro and the Mastermind were allies? So why would they kill Mukuro? Plus, even if the headmaster seemed to be afraid of what Mukuro was capable of, they would have had taken her completely by surprise to kill her like that. Maybe it means the Mastermind is even stronger than Mukuro was.
What?
What's wrong, Makoto? Huh?
That's fine.
You seem to be lost in thought. But I should probably point out one other thing. There's another important bit of information within the file that you should note. What is it? Did you notice the picture in there? A picture of a girl perhaps you've never seen before? The girl who seems to be included in is a part of our class, number 78. That should be enough for you to figure out who that girl is. In the future information, the girl is included in the file. 5 foot 7 inches, 97 pounds, even lists her vitals 31, 22, 32. Well, what do you think? What do I think? Are you asking me, like, if she has a nice body?
Stop talking.
You're a hopeless idiot. What I'm trying to tell you is that maybe you want to keep that in mind for later. Maybe you'll make your way back on the corpse and you'll think, oh, could that mean? What is he trying... Wait, is he trying to say... There's a chance that body isn't actually Mukuro? Is that what he's trying to say? Personally, what I'm thinking seems all but impossible, but it wouldn't hurt to confirm, right?
It's all clear now.
That's all I was trying to say. What you do with that information is your business. So I'm back to being Byakuya's errand boy. Mukuro's profile has been added to the Truth Blood section of your handbook. Oh, and one last thing. It's a bit of advice from me to you, so I suggest you pay attention. Oh boy, what is it now? Advice? For me? You seem to be getting along with Kyoko quite well. It's not that we're getting along, she's just done a lot to help me. Well, don't put too much faith in her, huh?
In other words,
The cost of that faith might be more than you can afford. What are you saying? It's just what I think. Called a hunch. Hunch. But my hunches tend to be proven right. The advice is free this time, so take it or don't. Do as you will. I'll keep it in mind. Thanks. Well, that was weird. Anyway, what do we got here? Bookshelf. The bookshelf seems to be really well made, and it's filled with files and thick books. God, the books, man. There are documents scattered all over the floor. Somehow it makes me feel anxious. Why is there a camera in headmaster's room? Even in the headmaster's room, there's a surveillance camera. Class 78 student registry. Apparently that's us. Profile of me and everyone I met at the beginning of Mukuro. So I guess Mukuro is apparently a new student here at Havoc Peak. Mukuro Kusaba is part of the ultimate despair, which means her and the mastermind should have been allies. But then, why would the mastermind kill her? Weren't they friends? There's even a monitor. But you know, why would there be a monitor into a room that was locked? Even in the headmaster's room, there's a monitor. There's the trophies and even a shield on display. Where's the shield on display case? I don't see a shield. I see a sword, but not a shield. Is that all there is here? Yeah, I guess so. Okay, anyway, bye-bye. That's all there is here. The 5th floor. On the 5th floor, there is the biolab. Biolab. Raw. Well, here I am in the biolab. So cold. It's like abnormally cold. I feel like I'm in a giant refrigerator. Seriously, why is it so cold? I don't know. There's even icicles on the monitor. There are icicles hanging from the monitor. Oh boy. There's a stack of perps here. Seeing a lot of those recently. A lot of those things lately. It's so cold. Why is it so cold in here? First thing I need to figure out. That's the first thing I need to figure out. I wasn't expecting that kind of angle for the. There's some kind of weird machine or something built in the wall. Those look like morgues. Those look like, you know, those things that you store bodies in? It's like a morgue. On the left side, there are a bunch of glowing lights. On the other side. You hear that? It's really weirdly designed refrigerators, but I'm guessing morgues. There's some kind of weird machine or something built on the wall. No, I have never seen this before. And that's it. Some kind of horror and movie stuff. It's a fridge or a store for storing dead bodies. I was right, it's a morgue. Does that mean the biolab is actually a morgue? I should probably take a closer look around. Oh, there's some kind of booklet here. Now you acknowledge it. Looks like an instruction manual. We offer an eco-friendly alternative by standard dry ice for all your cadaver needs. In addition to the germicidal lamp, we also provide an ozone generator for removal of ethylene gas. Simply insert a cadaver and the blue light will let you know the automated system is activated. Temperature and humidity levels will be adjusted to the optimum settings. With our system, anyone can keep a body fresh as a daisy for as long as you need. In the unlikely event of a problem, the red light will activate and the alarm will sound immediately. The exterior is stainless steel, and we do offer an optional leather upholstery upgrade package. And this is the instruction manual for the fridge. It's not a fridge, it's a morgue. Actually, no, the morgue is a general thing. I guess it still is a fridge. Stack of herbs here. I've been seeing a lot of those ways. Okay, so you're not going to go back to that. So what about these? There's some kind of weird machine, but it's not. Bunch of glowing lights. It's but only some lights are on. Only the ones on the left. The right ones the ones on the right hand are off. Well, looking around, I think I get it. Seems clear to me now. This is a makeshift morgue. Biolab secret has been added to the triplet section of your handbook. Without those lights, each slot. Looks like it was set up so that when a slot is occupied, the blue light comes on. Which would mean inside each slot lit up blue. Another one where the victim is. Biolab lights has been added to the triplet section of your handbook. Can't let my emotions take control now. So the one thing I could do for everyone who died. That's to defeat the mastermind. And to do that, I have to continue my investigation. I don't have any other option. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6. There was 16 of us, right? And there's 6 of us left. Hang on, what's 16 minus 9? It's a stupid question, but I'm not good at math, so I'm gonna ask. Yeah. Here's an easy way of doing it. Hey, Bixby. She's not gonna respond to that, but hey, Bixby. Anyway, hey, Bixby. What's 16 minus 9? 7. Wait a minute. So there's 6 of us, 16 of us coming to the school, right? 16. Start to end, there's 16. All total. There's 9 lights on. And 16 minus 9 is 7. But there's only 6 of us alive. There was... Something's obviously not adding up, and I'm very confused. So, if there's 7 people alive, apparently, according to this count of bodies, does that mean a corpse was murdered twice? And we counted it as 1? No, wait. A corpse was murdered once, and then used again? Or am I thinking about this wrong and I'm just stupid? Because there's no way there could have been a 17th student, so that's not the answer. And unless someone was murdered once but counted twice. No, wait. Murdered twice but counted once. Right? It's either I'm pretty sure one body was used not more than once, but maybe? I'm very confused and I don't want to think about it. It hurts my brain. Something's happening and something doesn't add up. 16 minus 9 is not 6. Something's going on with that, and I don't want to think about it. It's very weird. Anyway, I need to check the dojo again in the garden. Hi, Toko. Oh, Tekos, this is where you were.
What do you want?
Am I so disgusting that you want me out of your sight? No, that's not it at all. I just thought that maybe you found a clue. Well, I haven't. I didn't find anything, not a single clue. I figured since this place was related to the case, there would have had to been something, right? There hasn't been anything out of the ordinary. Give it back. Give me back my precious time. Calm down, Toko.
What's your problem?
Don't tell me to calm down. Do you have any idea what I'm going through right now? When everyone finds out, they're gonna call me useless, good for nothing. Nah, don't worry. You can join Hero on that count. Hero is so unbelievably useless, he can't even think straight. His brain is just nothing. He has no brain. Nobody's gonna say that. He's no one. Nope. I'm not sure I can disagree with that. I don't want that. I'm sick of always being looked down on. Why won't anyone accept me? Well, I don't think there's any clues here, so maybe I'm just gonna get going. Yeah. I'll just quickly do a quick look at that. You know, the only important thing here. Once we unlock a stair, we found a clue here, which is just the masterminds that can confirm Kyoko. Okay, never mind, it's not that important. Leave the area. And then the garden. I think that's the last thing I need to look at. The body's gone. Huh? It's gone. Mukuro's body. It's not here? Well, that's a problem. How am I supposed to investigate if the corpse is gone? You know that corpse is important. There's still 4 chickens left. Honestly, I'd be kind of terrified if there were more than that. Shed? How about the stuff in the shed? Did the thing change? Maybe the body's inside the tool shed. Better check just to be sure. Nope. I didn't find anything even close to a dead body. If it's not in here, then it must be. Could it be in the biolab? But corpses aren't the only thing I need to check here. There's one other thing. That tarp. The tarp played a key role in the other case, so I better look into it. I'm going to look inside the tarp. The killer used the tarp to keep the sprinklers from getting the body wet. Which means the killer might have left some kind of clue behind here. Huh? I didn't notice this before, but on the small stamp, 1/4 it says biolab. Biolab? Then this originally came from the biolab? Huh. Tarp has been added to the red blood section of your handbook. Wowee! Off we go! That's all I really need to check here. I guess we're going back to the biolab to check the body. Never mind.
This is a school announcement.
Guess
Is
I won't be.
everyone working hard? Is your investigation coming along nicely? Well then, since you're all giving it your
Oh, a
best,
hint. Never
your
mind, it's not the end of
generous
this.
headmaster will give you a
It's not
little
an
hint.
not the end of the investigation.
For those of you who are interested, please make your way to the gym ASA possible.
What? Now he wants to give us a hint? Suspicious since no doubt about that. This could be a trap. But even knowing that, he's going to the gym. He said to go to the gym, right? I guess I have no choice, but I'm going to the gym. Now, of course, you would agree to it. You're an idiot. Oh, hey, Hero. Oh, Makoto? Why do you act so surprised? Oh, no reason. You heard Monokuma's announcement, right? So are you going to find out what he has to say? I just did, actually, on my way out. You already talked to him? What did he say? Listen, sorry, but I gotta go. Hero, wait. There's no point in trying to stop him. He ran off like a frightened animal. Is he a hero? It's like he was trying to avoid me. I was hoping to talk to him about the notebook I found in the locker. Has he been hiding something this whole time? He's too much of an idiot to be the mastermind, so I'm not even concerned. I'm the only one here. Kinda strange. Hello! Hello, welcome, hello. Are you ready for your final hint? I guess. Well, it just so happens to be in the envelope on the ground right in front of you. This envelope? Or the envelope? My bad. This must be the envelope. And just so you know, I won't be answering any questions about what you find inside. What? Don't worry about it, just go on with it. Monokuma's cryptic words didn't make me feel any better, but I picked up the envelope and opened it. What I found was a single photograph. It featured a bunch of faces I recognized extremely. Celeste looks... Why is Celeste like the only one out of uniform? Actually, never mind. No, that's not true. Heroes, not in uniform. No, well, technically he kind of is, but Celeste is the only one very obviously not in proper uniform. She's all about that Victorian style, ain't she? Why is Junko's face covered? It just seems kind of awkward, unless Taco is unintentionally being an asshole. I mean, like, why, like, not even anyone else's face is covered. Just seems like a kind of dick move. Thanks, Taka. You know, this is supposed to be a class photo, not, like, chop out your classmate's head. And cover up your classmate's head. It's kind of rude. God, Leon's hair is very vibrantly red, and it's weird. He also doesn't have a bunch of metal things on his ears. Like the earrings. He doesn't have those. I'm noticing a lot of things. No, not a lot of things, but you know. Chihiro's still being as adorable as ever. And he's in he's in the girl's uniform. It's adorable. God, he's so cute. I'm surprised Byakuya even took part in the picture thing. He's just off to the side, very angry. It was everyone who'd come to Host Peak at the same time as me. Oh yeah, Mokoto's not in this, is he? Strange. Wait, but there's someone behind Sayaka. She's the only one I don't recognize. Wait, that's not true. I do recognize her. That's right. When Byakuya and I were in the headmaster's room, we looked at the file. Mikuro Ikusaba? Then this girl is... What? Why? Why is Mikuro here with everyone else? Even more than that. Just having everyone here pose like this is weird. Weird enough by itself. We're all wearing matching uniforms. I don't remember anything like this. And now that I'm looking at it, it's not even everyone. I'm not in the picture. I'm the only one not there. This picture has 15 other students, but not me. But I guess that makes sense. After all, I don't remember ever taking a picture like this. I went to junior high with Sayaka, but this is the first time I met everyone. When we arrived here at Host Peak Academy, so it's only natural for me not to be in this picture, but it's definitely unnatural. But what's definitely unnatural is that everyone else is in this picture. I thought everyone was like me. They didn't know each other till they got here. This group picture is real. Then could it be everyone else and just me? Everyone here except me is... How long are you gonna keep up this rambling? So, that's a big word that I don't like, and I'm not gonna say it. Of yours, Hamlet.
What are you gonna
You're kinda getting in the way of standing there, you know? So, I mean, get out. But I told you I'm not fielding any questions.
Unbelievable.
What kind of mystery would I... Crap. Durgit. What kind of mystery would it be if I gave you all the answers? That'd be totally out of left field. I guess that means he's done talking. Damn it. A group photo's been added to the Truth Boat section of your handbook. So in the end, all I found in the gym was even more confusion. With that confusion in hand, I left the gym dejected. How does that count as a hint? Just made me even more confused. And that was is that what Monokuma was going for? Did he put that fake photo just to confuse me? But it just looks so real, so full of life. Can anyone fake that? Which would mean that everyone but me. Maybe I should just ask everyone directly. That should clear all this up. No, I have to clear all this up. So now I gotta talk to everyone else again. And still go to the biolab. I'm gonna go to the biolab first, because, you know, that's more important than talking to people. I can just talk to them during the class trial. So, you know. Whatever. Some things are more important than others. Wee. I'm going to the biolab. So the biolab's on the fourth floor. A whoosh. Wiggle, wiggle. Wiggle, wiggle. Here I go. Wiggle, wiggle. I decided to visit the biolab once more. First thing I saw when I got there was Toko. Was her passed out again. Huh? Toko? She shouldn't be passed out in a cold room. That won't end well for her. Toko, are you okay? No. No. She's not dead, is she? No, she's clearly not dead. Yeah, she's clearly not dead. What? It's cold. It's super cold. It's so cold I think I might catch a cold. You keep taking naps like it in places like this, I'm sure you will. What? I was asleep? I must have fainted again. I bet you were standing there staring at me, getting all excited, weren't you? No, I wasn't. Oh, what was it? Oh, then what? Toko. I love you. You're a great character. But why? Why are you like this? Why? What compels you to do this? Okay, so why did you pass out? I don't know, last thing I remember was me waking up just now. What'd you do to Miss Moroso? Or Morris, or whatever, I don't even know. Oh, that's right, your memory stops and starts each time you switch. Bingo bazinga! We share the same basic knowledge, but our memories are very much separated. And don't say it like it's a bad thing. It's a blessing as far as I'm concerned. Because even if she forgets something, I totally remember. So it's like double memory. No, it's more like half. Genocide Jack's memory has been added to the Truth Boat section of your handbook. Why is that important? But all I want to know right now is, where's my little darling? Tell me how, or I'll slit your throat. Or tell me now, or I'll slit your throat. I don't know, but I'm sure Byaku's around here doing his own down around here somewhere doing his own investigating.
Yes.
By himself? I assume so. I knew it. I totally knew it. I'm a total pro when it comes to these things. All these things about. Anyway, I gotta hurry. I can't even imagine how lonely he must be right now. Lovely. Toko shot off in an eerie laugh echoing her behind her. I totally forgot to ask her about the picture. Well, there's no point in asking Genocide Jack anyway. Besides, I have more important things to do right now. Why did Toko faint? There's gotta be some reason for it. I'm gonna guess with this. This fridge is open. But I'm sure they were all shut tight last time I was here. That must be why she passed out.
Right.
Why were you just hiding in a corner? You know, just chilling? She faints so easily. Kyoko,
Makoto.
it's getting late, isn't it? Are you okay?
Indeed.
I'm sorry I made you worry. No, you don't have to apologize.
Listen.
Listen, about this room. Oh yeah,
It would seem.
it's a morgue. Yep, we confirmed that. Yeah,
I knew it.
I suspected as much. And Toko must have looked inside the fridge and seen what is there, and well, there you have it. You knew she fainted?
Indeed.
I was on my way here when Genocide Jack came running past me. I assumed she must have sneezed, but once I got inside... Yawn. The real reason became clear.
It would seem.
I imagine she came here to investigate, and when she opened the slot there, that's when she saw the body inside and dropped like a bag of rocks. Why is everything gonna be so difficult with her? Anyway, we should close it up. You don't want to leave anything hanging open like that. Yeah, good idea.
Makoto.
Give me a hand with this. She approached the fridge and hands outstretched. Suddenly she stopped. What's wrong?
Listen.
Maybe we should wait a second before closing it. Huh? How come? Because Mukuro's body is in there. Oh? Mukuro's corpse? Mukuro's body's inside the fridge?
I see.
But just like every other time, the Mastermind probably brought it up here while we were in class trial. The Mastermind did it? Because they assumed we wouldn't be doing the class trial over again, I guess.
So.
You might be right. Either way, now I can finally get a good look at the body. Right, Kyoko never did get a chance to check the body during the investigation.
Makoto.
I need to do my own examination on the corpse as soon as possible. I'm going to find clues this time, and I'm going to grab the Mastermind by the tail. Okay, so what should I do?
So then.
Why don't you just wait over there? I'll let you know when I'm finished. Just wait over there? That's it? You know, I feel kind of insulted. It's a fridge meant for storing bodies. Can't do it. I can't look inside. I should ask Kyoko about that group photo. After all, she's in it too. Don't let me interrupt your investigation, but I want to talk to you about something. What is it? It's about the announcement Monokuma made earlier. You mean the one about the hint or something? I didn't take him up on the offer. Huh? Why not?
Because.
The only reason he'd give us a hint is at this point, it's just to confuse us or cloud our judgment. I can solve this mystery on my own, without whatever hint he may have to offer. That's a good point. I wish I could go back and do the same thing, but what's done is done, I guess. Standing here and looking at her. I don't think she's hiding anything from me. Is she right? Did the Mastermind forge that picture as a trap to confuse us? That's gotta be it. There's no other explanation. Alright, I need to look at the tarps, don't I? You know, I think I've seen a tarp like that somewhere before. Oh, that's the same one from I found in the garden, the tool shed. And if I remember that tarp, it had a stamp that said Biolab. And there's a tarp that was used here to camouflage the murder. Help camouflage the murder in the garden. At some point, someone got it from the Biolab and took it over there. Tarp has been updated in the Truth Build section of your handbook. I want to look at the body. Let me look at the body. Fridge meant for storing dead bodies. I can't do it. I just can't look inside. I should ask Kyoko about the group photo. No, I've already done that. Girl, she's in it too. Is there anything else I can do in here? I want to look at the body. Lights on. these ones aren't.
It would
It would seem the blue light comes on when the slot is occupied. So when someone's in there, the blue light comes on. Looking around the number of lights that are on, including Mukuro's, that's 9 and all. 9 lights? Biolab lights has been updated in the Truthful Section handbook.
Whew.
Okay, Makoto, I'm done. Already? Jeez, that was fast.
Indeed.
Anyone can do good work if they go slow. In that spirit, I'll make my report brief. I ignored your briefing.
Whew. Indeed.
So, did you find anything?
Indeed.
I paid careful attention to the wounds and the traces of blood. It seems highly likely that the stomach wound and blow to the back of the head were inflicted after death. Really? The burnt tissue made things a little difficult, but I'm completely confident in my findings. So that means neither of those were fatal injuries, right? Then what was the fatal injury? Due to the explosion, the victim's identity is unknown. They were, however, dead before the blast. The victim had been stabbed a single time with a knife and went completely through the body. They also had been struck in the head with an object that had as thick as a metal pipe. The body was covered in other wounds, but these were at least several days old. The other option is the other wounds, but the file says they were
Is
old.
that right?
What is it? Where does it say they're old? Huh?
Because
All the Monokuma file says is that they were inflicted at least several days ago. I guess I don't see a difference.
wrong.
The difference is immense, considering the impression they give.
Listen.
You seem to be equating several days old with simply old.
However,
That doesn't quite follow logically. Old wounds make it sound like they were there forever, not related to the murder. Are you saying they are? But we all got the Monokuma file right as she was killed, right? And the wounds are at least a few days old. There's no way they could have had anything to do with it.
so then,
But what if Mukuro wasn't killed within the last few days?
at
What?
the very least,
Certainly you can allow it that is one of the many possibilities, can't you? One of many?
right.
A detective doesn't have supernatural powers. There's no way to predict the answer from the beginning. Instead, the ideal detective begins by imagining as many possible scenarios as they
In
can.
other words,
They envision these possibilities without prejudice, without bias, using only their logic and common sense. Then they investigate, they test what they find against each of these possibilities. Of course, me telling you this doesn't mean you'll do any good. You'll be any good at detective work. Beyond using that to solve this particular mystery, you should keep it in mind for the future. Kyoko's account has been added to the Truth Blood section in your handbook.
hey,
So if there's anything else you'd like to know about the condition of the body, now's the time. Come to think of it, there's one more thing. Earlier when I was looking at Mukuro's profile, it listed her height and weight.
so
5 foot 7 inches, 97 pounds, vitals were 22, 32. Did I get it all right? You remembered all of that? They were indeed consistent with the corpse. So then,
indeed,
and don't forget about the friend rear tattoo, there was absolutely no mistake.
indeed.
Our victim in this case was without a doubt Mikuro Ikusaba. Mikuro Ikusaba's profile has been updated in the Truth Blood section of your handbook.
And
Is that all you wanted to ask? Yeah, I think so.
so then,
Then it looks like we have no further business with Mukuro's body. Let's get going, it's kinda chilly in here. Oh wait, are we not gonna put the body back? Don't you think it's kinda sad leaving it out like this?
why?
Sad? Did you forget? She was our enemy once. Part of the ultimate despair, but she got killed. She was still a victim.
Hey,
Have you ever heard the phrase, you reap what you sow? Well, yeah, but still.
whew,
You really are naive, you know that? It's really quite appealing. But she could have abandoned me. But she she decided to help me instead. So for someone like that, what does it mean to be naive?
so then,
I think we've done all we can do here. Back to our separate investigations, yes? Ah, hold on. I still have one more thing to do. Something I need to talk to Kyoko about. I need to ask her about the pocketbook I found in the locker. Oh right, I forgot to find that. If I don't do it now. Hey Kyoko, I did have one last thing. I know I shouldn't, but I feel like I have to ask.
what?
Go ahead then, out with it. Have you really not seen your dad ever since you got here?
What?
What?
So,
What do you mean? Well, you know those lockers on the second floor of the
Indeed.
dorms? I do, yes. But to get anything from the lockers, you need the handbook of whoever the locker belongs to. Actually, I managed to open them using the emergency
I
handbook,
see.
the one you found in the headmaster's room.
And?
So, did you find anything worthwhile in the lockers? I found a pocketbook, and after looking through it, I think it must be your pocketbook.
Why is that?
What makes you say that?
Because...
Like I said, only the locker's owner should be able to get into it, right? Can't imagine those lockers belonging to any of us. After all, we only got access to that area just recently. What I'm saying is there's no way I could have had access to any of those lockers. If I did have the pocketbook, why do I bother putting it in a locker? Everything you said makes perfect sense, but there's something written inside. About the headmaster, about your father.
If that's true...
Could that mean that video is real too? Video?
Makoto.
Makoto, I think everything is starting to fit together and reveal a cohesive picture. Although I'm afraid that picture might be worse than anything we could have imagined. What are you talking about? I need to go investigate those lockers right now. I need to confirm what you said with my own 2 eyes. Let me give you the headmaster's handbook. That way you can...
So...
That won't be necessary. If I'm right about this, I shouldn't have any problem opening the locker with my own handbook. After all, it seems to be my locker. Your locker?
Makoto.
If you watch this, it'll all make sense. A DVD? It says Class 78 Urgent Interviews?
So...
I found it in the hidden room after you left.
Anyway...
I don't have any time to explain exactly what I think it means. So just watch it and see for yourself. I think you'll realize exactly what it means. You'll understand why you found my pocketbook in a place none of us could ever have seen before. None of this makes sense right now. But I guess that means there's some important clue on this DVD. Interview DVD has been added to the Truth List section of your handbook.
Makoto.
Oh, and now it's my turn. Do you have a second to listen to me ramble?
In other words...
So as it turns out, the arrangements I made didn't stick. What I mean is, I'm less and less sure of everything, even my own feelings. You're talking about your dad, right? I can never find the answers to the questions I wanted to ask for the rest of my life. And all because of the mastermind.
However...
But there's one thing I am sure of. When it comes to the mastermind, there's no room in my heart for forgiveness. I swear to destroy the mastermind. And I swear to destroy the mastermind. This is just one more reason to follow through on that. Kyoko's eyes burned with fire of determination. The determination to defeat the mastermind. It's strange to be confronted with his death and suddenly feel this way. I couldn't care less if my father had found happiness.
Why?
So why does it bother me so much to know that how he suffered? It's ridiculous. There's no understanding it, I guess. She let out a small laugh as she said that. But her smile was filled with sorrow. So, that's it for my rambling. There's still so much I have to do before I can consider my task complete. Yeah, you're right.
Hey.
But keep this in mind. There's only ever one absolute truth. Whether the truth serves as justice or suffering. Whether it's the greatest truth or the worst. What do you mean?
Makoto.
Even if the truth you uncover is filled with hopelessness, you can't give up hope. Absolutely not, because all I can do is keep moving forward. That's pretty much all I'm good at, you know? Indeed. Sorry if that was strange.
So then...
Anyway, I need to get going. I'll see you at the class trial. Leaving behind that final farewell, Kyoko was gone. I better get going myself. I got that DVD from Kyoko. I should head to the AV room and check it out. Kyoko said it was something about the hopeless truth. No matter what happens, I won't lose hope. Even if it's the worst truth in the world. I can't afford to lose. Okay, back to the AV room. Fun, fun, fun. A whoosh! Whee! Whee! Now I gotta go down a whole bunch of flights of stairs. I haven't been to the AV room since chapter 1. It's so long ago now. Jeez. Kinda strange. But you know, whatever. Whatever. First floor. Back to the AV room. Been a while, ain't it? This should be able to play DVDs just fine. Now then, I better take a look. I took the DVD Kyoko gave me and put it in the player. It said that it was playing, but nothing appeared on the screen. Staring into the black of the monitor. It's been only a few seconds. It felt like an eternity to me. And all of a sudden, an image appeared. Sayaka? It took me by total surprise. I hadn't seen Sayaka in who knows how long. There she was.
Then, are you ready to begin?
The voice that I heard was a man positioned on one side of the screen. The voice of a middle-aged man.
I apologize, but I hope you don't mind if I record our conversation. I'm a little slow, you know. I never really got the hang of taking notes while having a conversation.
So it sounded like he was trying to make a joke, but Sayaka's tense face didn't move a single millimeter.
So this video is meant to serve as a kind of contract substitute. It's not that I don't trust you guys. It's more like insurance. So please don't worry too much. Now then, let me get straight to the point. There is a chance that you may have to spend the rest of your life here in the school. Can you accept that?
You want me to accept that? Sayaka was obviously at a total loss. It made total sense. Who would agree to spending the rest of your life in the school? I accept. What?
Thank you. And I'm sorry about all this. Well, I can promise you that I will do everything in my power to keep you safe.
Clearly you didn't do too well at that. She's dead.
As the headmaster of Hope's Peak Academy, I give you my word.
Your word is faulty at best. Ah! She's dead. Your word is faulty. As if on cue, that's where the video cut out. There was a lot I hadn't understood up till now, but only this. I simply couldn't comprehend what I heard, because I know how much Sayaka wanted to get out of here. I know how much she wanted to escape and pursue her dreams with her friends again. She wanted that so bad she tried to frame me for murder. So why? Why would she say yes to living here for the rest of her life? I sat there thinking about it. I noticed a sudden light. The monitor, the video that I thought was finished, flashed back on screen. My eyes darted to the screen. And if I was confused before, what I saw next pushed me right over the edge. Huh? What I saw was me. Impossibly, undeniably me.
So, Makoto, before we begin, I should let you know that I'll be recording our conversation.
Yes.
Me and the headmaster were looking at each other, and he and I were having what seemed to be a fairly normal conversation. But I knew the I hear now, I had absolutely no memory of it. I had no memory of meeting the headmaster, much less sitting down and talking with him like this.
Shall we get straight to the point? Makoto, there's a chance you may have to spend the rest of your life here in the school. Can you accept that?
Yes.
This can't be real. I said yes.
I'm sorry I'm putting you through all this.
Well, I mean, we don't have much of a choice, do we?
But I promise that as long as you're in this school, I will do everything I can to protect you. As the headmaster of Hope's Peak Academy, that's the very least I can do for you.
Once again, the video cut out. From there, the video repeated the same scene again and again without the others. Byakuya. Coco. Hina. Everyone. They all said that they agreed to live in the school forever. And then... Kyoko. Her interview with him had been recorded just as clearly. Without doubt, she had met with him. She sat down with the headmaster of Hope's Peak Academy, her father. When he asked her questions, she answered the same as everyone else. She accepted life within the school. Just as Kyoko's interview was wrapping up, the monitor suddenly went black. Huh? wasn't just the monitor. The DVD player itself had apparently turned off, which meant the DVD wasn't playing anymore. What the heck just happened?
Say what?
Oopsie, looks like it broke. Out of service. What just happened? It just so happened to break just now?
Too bad.
Now then, it doesn't matter. Failure can't strike anywhere, anytime. Now it's failure is, right? Failure, my ass. You cut the power on purpose. Well, anyway. Even if I watched the whole thing, it'd just be more of the same. He asked the same questions. They all said yes. Couldn't help, but I couldn't help myself. I let out a huge exasperated sigh, but as I did, I remembered something.
That's right.
I fainted too, and when I woke up, it was a strange feeling. Separation within myself, a disconnect. Thinking back on it now, at that point, my memory was gone. At that time, I had forgotten. I couldn't remember why I'd come to the school. I couldn't remember what my ultimate ability was. But what would make you forget all that?
Hey.
Strange, isn't it? It's hard to imagine what it happened by chance. It seems much too convenient. The convenient outcome, something that seemed to obviously work in favor of the mastermind. Does that mean I've lost my memory too? What about the others? Have we all forgotten? Or the interview DVD has been updated in the truth book section of your handbook.
For anything that has a start, there has to be an end. And if the end comes, then that means it's time for a fresh start.
That's some tricky words you're using there, bud.
No night that doesn't have a dawn. Although that dawn is totally pitch black.
Why are you being so
There
philosophical?
is no storm that won't eventually end. Of course, then that leads to drought. But as I said, every end is a promise of a new beginning.
I mean, I guess
Which
that's
is
fair.
why I'm sure we'll get to meet again, because the end is only the beginning. Anyway, let's get started. The beginning of the end of the class trial. Everyone gather once again at you know where.
What if I don't know where? What if you changed it? It's about to begin again. Class trial is going to start. The final class trial. The last time our lives will be online. Last time I'm hoping to spare are online. I don't have a choice but to do this. Okay then. This is the end. I guess I'm the first one this time. You're early, Makoto. I mean, I was only in the AV room, so that's not that far.
Listen.
Does that mean you feel prepared? Not really, no. Yeah, for now at least. Apparently so. Never mind, I lied. But where's everyone else? Why aren't they here yet? I mean, I was in the AV room, so I was pretty close by.
However...
Don't worry, I'm sure they'll be here soon. Just as she said that. Byakuya. Byakuya? They arrived one after another, but they were all in the same state of shock. Hina? Hiro? Silence. It wasn't any normal silence. It was a deafening silence of fear and suspicion. It was like the first class trial.
You called for me and so
I'm late! Strong, silent, It's so wonderful, so cool, so high. Oh my god.
Yes!
Now listen, everything will just be just fine if you leave it to me.
My beautiful scissors!
With my sharp scissors in hand, I'll stab and gouge and shriv the master of evil. But I thought you couldn't kill anyone but adorable little boys. But if it's what master wants... I completely forgot. No, I won't. I refuse. I don't like it. If no, it could be boy, girl, or anything in between. I can handle it. Where am I? No human language can describe the disappointment I'm feeling right now. Is everyone here? Oh, we're wearing our gloomy gust faces, I see.
Well now.
Okay, well then, let's begin.
Thrills,
This fun.
chills, kills.
this final class trial is going to be slathered in pitch black despair. Climaxium sorrow.
That's fine.
You're right, this is the final class trial. And this time it'll be fair. What do you mean, this time? Stop with the slander. I'm a fair and good standing, you know. If there was a Mr. Fair Guy Universe contest, I'd take home the tiara every year. I'm gonna win this game super fair and square. I'll make sure everyone watching at home knows that despair is mightier than death. Mightier than the hope.
Stop talking.
And then enough of your tedious drivel. Let's begin with the trial already. Sure. Let's begin the trial already. I'll be waiting for you down below.
You guys.
So don't try and run away. Fun. Laughing as loud as ever, Monokuma disappeared. Whatever.
In the name of
This
my
will be over in
family.
no time. With an inexplicable confidence, Byakuya was the first to enter the elevator. One by one, the others followed. Nobody made eye contact. Nobody said a word. It just disappeared into the elevator. They're all acting odd. Like they're paranoid and suspicious of each other.
However,
Why do you think that? But you know why that is, don't you? Yeah, I think so. Well, you can tell us about it soon. At the class trial. You're right. I'm ready.
so
Ready to win, right? Of course. I'm glad to hear you say that. And then Kyoko was aboard the elevator. I started making my way towards the opening. Step after step, towards the gaping maw. I'd resolved that this would be the last time. I repeated to myself that there was no fear, no mystery left. I pushed my anxiety down, calmed my trembling body. Finally, with steady legs, I passed the threshold, stood in the elevator. Without warning, it began to descend. Deeper and deeper, deeper and deeper, deeper still. Deeper and deeper and deeper and deeper and deeper and deeper. Deeper and deeper it fell. I closed my eyes and sight fell away, while sound too disappeared. Alone in the universe, I waited for the elevator doors to open for the last time. It could have been seconds or centuries later. I felt the gentle vibration of the elevator come to an end. Slowly, I opened my eyes. This is the final trial site? What do you think? Isn't it just a perfect background for deciding a person's fate? It's the long-awaited last stage. Always exciting. The always exciting final boss battle. I'm gonna sit in on this one. And I'll just sit right here in the vacant 16th seat. Well then, let's begin! Yes. Okay, so have the option of either pausing here and continuing the next stream, which I'm not unsure about doing, seeing as like I might not have enough time for a full 2-hour stream if I stop it here. But we're already at the 2:30 mark, and that's pretty past. That's half an hour past when I normally stop. So I'm debating if I should just continue and get it finished with and risk like a 3-hour stream, which it might take 3 hours or more, or I stop now and then continue like the next stream, and then have like maybe like probably only an hour stream. I don't know how long this trial is going to take and what happens after the trial. So I don't know. It was like the final time to decide, so I might just finish it up now. You know, it might make life slightly easier. I don't know. Yeah, I'll just continue, honestly. I'm pretty close to finishing, and I don't really want to make this like a 2-part kind of thing. Or I don't really know. I'll continue. I have to keep reactivating the Lost in Thought one. I don't know why that one doesn't stay. And I have very little skills. Anyway, let's just do it now. Hopefully this doesn't take too long.
Since this will be the final class trial, I've come up with a special...
And what? You don't know that. Sister claims it's half an hour. Probably is, seeing especially since I put it on hard. They don't know that though. You know, it's fine. I'm risking a 3-hour stream for this. It's fine. This is the final class trial. I've come up with special rules.
So listen up! If you can figure out Mukuro's killer and go on to solve the mystery of this school, you guys win!
That's not a rule. That's the way to win. That's not a... I think you've mistaken what a rule is. At least slightly.
But if you can't, then I win! And of course, waiting for the loser is the super exciting, super heart-pounding punishment!
Are you saying that if you lose, you'll execute yourself?
Yep, sure will.
And that's final? No loopholes? No wiggling out of it later?
Of course not! Bears never go back on their word!
Never mind all that. I just have one question for you.
Oh, you're taking this serious, huh? Are you feeling okay?
Is the mastermind only one person?
Hmm?
Don't bother. I already know the answer.
Why'd you ask?
You're all the mastermind, aren't you? You're all out to get me. I'm right, aren't I? I knew it!
What? What? That logic makes no sense.
You guys have all been working together, haven't you? I have evidence, so I know I'm right.
Hey, you stole my line. You're all out to get me. I'm sure of it. I have evidence of my own.
What a coincidence. I too have evidence to present. Evidence that proves everyone other than me has been working together.
What? Wait, hold on. This doesn't make any sense. How can the 3 of us each have that kind of evidence?
Oh, I know it. All 3 of them have one thing that if everyone turns real harmony. There's no doubt it's a trap that one consent. Set it up. They would each inspect each other.
You guys have all been working together, haven't you?
I have evidence.
Hey, you're all out to get me. I have evidence.
What a coincidence. Evidence that proves
What? Wait, this doesn't make any sense. How can the 3 of us each have that kind of evidence?
Got it.
No, that's wrong. It's not just you 3. I have evidence too.
What? You too?
The evidence you're all referring to is this group photo, right?
Well, yeah. Huh? Wait, but mine's different. With the picture you have, I'm in it. But that can't be right. Because in my picture... See? I'm the only one not in it.
Sakura's terrifying in that. I figured as much, in which case...
Hero, you have a picture too, right? Let's see it.
Okay, but be careful with it. It's pretty important evidence.
Toko in the background just creepily staring at Byakuya is terrifying. This one too, it's just like I thought.
So the secret in these pictures has been revealed.
secret or whatever, I don't care. You guys are all in on this together. That's why I'm the only one missing.
But you're in my picture. You're the ones trying to trick me.
So the whole purpose behind these photos was to get us questioning and fighting with each other.
I don't even know how that works. I don't know how you would suspect others by you not being in a picture. It makes no sense to me. I don't understand.
The mastermind laid a trap to make us each think everyone else was working against us.
How? That I don't understand.
Huh? I laid a trap? A trap? How rude! What grounds do you have for such audacious accusations?
The proof I need to reveal Monokuma's trap. Each row has a certain something in common. The connection regarding what person isn't shown in each group photo. Each of the group photos, and that one person is Oko. One who got the photo.
In each case, the only one not in the picture is the person who received it. So, in the picture I got, I'm the only one missing. In the picture Hina got, she's the only one missing. And in the picture Hiro got, he's the only one missing.
As long as we're talking about it, I suppose I should show you my photo as well.
What the hell was that fish?
In other words, Monokuma gave each of us a group photo in which that person wasn't included.
And when we each saw our picture, we just assumed everyone else was the enemy?
How?
Figured it out, huh?
Yeah, I thought that must be it. But how was that a hint?
But you know, there might be something more to this than just Monokuma trying to confuse us. There's something else that bothers me about everyone's pictures. What is it? What's digging at me?
Can I see everyone's group photo one more time? It's not directly connected to what we're talking about, but I'd like to double check something.
Sure, no problem.
Yeah, I don't mind.
I'm sure there's something unusual about these group photos. What is it? I need to compare each of them one more time. Byakuya's picture. Toko in the background just over there having a mental breakdown. That's great. Hina's picture. Hiro's picture. And mine. There's something strange about all of them. Something I can't quite pin down. Something... Group photo's been updated in the truth bullet section of your handbook.
Can you just forget about the photo already? Ugh. Trying to trick me with such an obviously fake photo? I'm still pissed about that.
You believed it, so therefore...
That, they went to all that trouble to make it look like we were wearing matching uniforms.
Miss Lost wasn't.
So you think they're fake?
Apparently.
No. I assure you, they're quite real.
What are you talking about? There's no way.
Yeah, I don't remember ever taking a picture like that. So it's gotta be a fake. I'm sure of it.
But you know, can we really be so sure?
Huh?
Don't get me wrong. I don't remember taking this picture either. But is that really enough to be absolutely positive they're fake?
Who took those pictures? You know? Who took them?
What do you mean?
The reason I don't remember this picture isn't necessarily because it's fake. There might be some other reason. Some terrible reason. An undeniably, but an entirely horrifying reason. Hangman's Gambit. Amnesia. I know, I'm smart. How do you spell amnesia? A-M-N-I? No. Yes? How do you spell amnesia? A-M-N-I-S-I-A? I feel like there's an E in there. Maybe it's IMNESIA. Yeah. There we go. Amnesia.
Now I understand. Let's say that somehow we'd all lost our memories. That could explain it, couldn't it?
Oh, I get it. So we all just lost our memories at the same time and forgot about the photo. Makes sense. As if. You expect me to believe such an unbelievable occult-type story?
You believe the stupidest things ever, so yeah, I do.
Yeah, we all lost our memories? That's just crazy.
It's only natural that they wouldn't believe it. But no matter how much they refuse, if that's the absolute truth, they have no choice. We can't move forward until they accept it. Interview DVD. That's so many.
You're saying we all got spontaneous amnesia? Since when did this turn into some kind of sci-fi fantasy?
I promise you, I haven't lost my memory. Ever since I got to this school, I remember everything that's happened.
So the idea that we all lost
Hey,
our
guys.
memories.
Is totally stupid, obviously.
If we don't want to believe it, it's the truth. We don't have a choice. Otherwise, they'll all die here.
You're saying we all. Since when did this turn into.
I promise you, ever since I got to this school, I remember everything that's happened.
No, that's wrong.
No, that's wrong.
Those photos aren't the only things that point to the possibility of memory loss. This DVD does the same thing.
You're not gonna show us something indecent, are you?
Why would I do that?
No, it's nothing like that. It's a video of all of us being interviewed by the Hope's Peak Academy headmaster.
When you say all of us, you mean...
All of us.
I mean all of us, including you.
You lie! I never did any kind of interview.
No, it's not a lie. Just watch the DVD and you'll see for yourself.
Good thing he put TVs in here.
The headmaster did, in fact, interview you.
What are you saying?
I didn't imagine you would remember.
It's not about whether or not I remember. You expect me to believe all this? That I lost my memory somehow?
Apparently.
Well, we don't have any way to refute it, so we have no choice but to accept it as reality.
How can you say that? We're talking about living, breathing amnesia here.
To be honest, I have something else on my mind right now.
Something else?
You said the DVD contains recordings of us being interviewed by the headmaster, right? What were the interviews about?
The headmaster sat each of us down, one at a time, and asked us the same question. He asked us if we could accept the idea of spending the rest of our lives in this school.
What kind of question is that?
And how did we answer?
We'd say no, obviously.
Actually, we all said we could. Even me. I heard myself say yes. I could spend the rest of my life at this school.
Why? Why would you say yes to something like that?
I don't know. I don't remember a thing.
The same goes for everyone else. Nobody remembers. You don't remember choosing to live here forever, or even talking to the headmaster about it at all.
It doesn't matter if I remember or not. Even if I bought the whole amnesia thing, the idea that I would want to live here forever? That's just insane! How can I believe that?
Insane or not, we can't move forward until you accept it. Am I right?
You sure are, 'cause it's all true.
What?
I know it sounds absurd, but If it's the truth, there's nothing we can do about it.
Indeed. We only have one path in front of us.
And what is that path?
Then I really...
Yep, you all totally lost your memory at the same time.
Convenience! Wowee!
This is all making my head hurt.
Mm-hmm.
And this isn't like some normal kind of memory loss. You stole those specific memories from us, didn't you?
Oopsie, you figured that part out too, huh?
Of course. There's no way we would all just happen to get amnesia at the same time.
How could someone just steal our memories?
How? Come, that hardly matters right now. If I said it was hypnotism, would you believe me? Or we opened up your skulls and messed with your brains? Would you really believe anything I said? How it...
What
Oh crap, my
matters
bad.
is figuring out
how it happened doesn't matter right now. What matters is figuring out what memories you took from us. That's what you're trying to say, right?
I knew I could count on you.
the interview with the headmaster, taking that group photo. Those can't be the only memories we lost. There must have been a purpose to it all. A reason for taking away our memories.
Of course there was a purpose. It all has to do with the original motive.
The original motive?
You mean the motive you came up with? To try and get us to all kill each other?
That has something to do with the memories you stole from us?
It sure does. But that part's still a secret. Anyway, I'm sure it's not easy, but let's all focus on the class trial for the murder of Mukuro Ikusaba.
Okay, so you want us to figure out who killed her before we do anything else.
So until we do that, either way, we have to explain every last remaining mystery. So, the one who killed Mukuro, the true mastermind, that's what we need to expose. Master Key Handbook. Control room, Mukuro Ikusa's profile. Inner room, present. Kyoko's. Photo of
So
Kyoko and
who
him.
did it? Who killed her?
Whoever did it is the same one who's behind everything. That much I'm sure of.
But when you think about it, is the mastermind really here in the school?
Of course! They have to be here somewhere.
What makes you so sure?
What does make me so sure?
Exactly! You're just making stuff up. There's no way the mastermind is here. The mastermind is probably a million miles away.
I got it.
Because masterminds always lurk off in the background, right?
Alright, hang on, I passed it. I know it. The mastermind, the one controlling Monokuma. Where is the mastermind? I know.
So who did it? Who killed her?
Whoever did it is that much I...
But when you... Is the mastermind...
Of course, they have to be...
What makes you...
Exactly! You're just making stuff up. There's no way the mastermind is here. The mastermind is probably a million miles...
Got it.
No, that's wrong.
No, that's wrong.
There's no question that the mastermind is somewhere within the school.
How do you know? Did you find some evidence or something?
In the back of the data center, I found a panel that controls Monokuma. The mastermind must have been using that to control him all this time. So there can't be any doubt. The mastermind has been inside the school all along.
There can't be any doubt. In which case, there also can be no doubt that the mastermind is one of us.
What? Why?
Recall what
it
Makoto
just
told
is.
us Monokuma said to him earlier.
I'm sure I told you this already, but this killing game began with 16 participants, all of them high school students. And the only people to take a single step in Hope's Peak since the killing game began are those 16 students.
So if the mastermind is in the school, we have to assume it can only be that 16th student.
Mm-hmm.
But how'd they manage to survive all of this?
So we're the only ones here? It's not me! I'm not the mastermind!
How do you know that? What if you secretly are?
Well, it's not me.
I blame Makoto.
Why me?
What? Why me?
'Cause it's super weird how you're the only one who survived being executed.
I mean, you're not wrong. But why me?
Oh, I get it. The only way he could have survived is if he was actually the mastermind himself, right?
Aw, nuts! You got me!
Wait! What are you trying to say?
Everyone, calm down. The mastermind's true
I did it again.
identity will become...
There's no reason to panic. The mastermind's true identity will become clear soon enough, just as soon as we find out who killed Mukuro. There we go.
That's a
My
good
bad.
point.
Keep accidentally doing.
Rather than wasting time bickering, we should put our minds to work solving this mystery.
Yeah, well, how much time have we already spent talking about the murder?
A lot.
He's right. What more is there to talk about?
If you want something to talk about, I think there might be one thing. We haven't fully established what Mukuro's fatal injury was.
Huh? But I thought we figured that out. She died when she got hit in the back of the head.
No, that isn't actually what killed her. It was something entirely different. Wouldn't you agree, Makoto?
Yeah. I think. Maybe. Maybe. Mukuro's actual cause of death must have been the other wounds.
I got it! All of the wounds covering her body. That's what really killed her.
Yes.
Hey, now hold on a second. You did read the Monokuma file, right?
The body was covered with other wounds, but these were at least several days old.
It made it pretty clear. Those wounds were made at least a few days ago. So they can't possibly be what killed her.
Consider this. What if the murder itself took place at least a few days ago?
What?
What if, when we discovered her body, she'd already been dead for several days? If that's true, then naturally the wounds that killed her would appear to be however many days old.
That doesn't make any sense.
It makes actually a good chunk of sense.
Because she had all those wounds before she ever came here.
You don't know that.
Huh? How do you know that?
Isn't it obvious? She was the ultimate soldier, right? So that means, you know...
There's a contradiction there.
She denied me before I could even say anything.
God damn it.
Come on. I mean, you think I'm not weird, okay? At least listen to what I have to say before you deny me.
No, I refuse. If you were so sure about you were gonna get denied, why bother saying anything in the first place?
Mukuro was the ultimate soldier.
Yes, she was.
Must have been in 100 different battles. So
Yes.
when you think about it, obviously she got all those wounds in battle.
No. Did you?
Didn't deny me this time, Z-Wimesy.
Why'd you say it like that?
You made me go all cutesy.
Don't worry, there wasn't anything cute about it.
The victim was the ultimate soldier who stole it in 2000. Is that how she got all of them? No,
Mukuro
not.
was the ultimate soldier. She must have been in 100 different
Yeah.
battles. So obviously she got all those wounds in battle.
Are you finished?
Crap.
You didn't deny that.
Don't worry, there wasn't anything cute about it.
I got this.
Mukuro wasn't. She must have been so.
When you obviously she got all those wounds in battle.
Oh, what?
Are you finished? You didn't deny that.
Don't worry, there wasn't anything
I missed
cute
it
about
still. No.
Mukuro wasn't. She must have been so.
When you obviously she got all those wounds in battle.
Oh, do I have to?
Are you finished? You didn't
Hang on.
deny that.
Don't worry, there wasn't anything cute about it.
What if I do?
Mukuro wasn't. She must have been so.
When you think about it, obviously she got all those wounds in
Wait,
battle.
no, hang on. I did that wrong.
Don't worry, there wasn't anything cute about it.
I'm struggling with the slowing down of
Mukuro
things.
wasn't. She must have been so.
Obviously she got all those wounds in battle.
Are you finished? You didn't deny that.
Don't worry,
I'm struggling.
there wasn't anything cute about it.
Hang on.
Mukuro wasn't. She must have been so.
When you think about it, obviously she got all those wounds.
What?
in
How did that still miss? Ah,
You didn't deny that.
Don't worry,
this is
there
ridiculous.
wasn't anything cute about it.
Mukuro wasn't. She must have been so.
When you think about it, obviously she got all those wounds in battle.
Are you finished?
You didn't deny
I'm very annoyed.
Don't worry, there wasn't anything cute about it.
Mukuro wasn't. She must have been so.
Obviously she got all those wounds in battle.
Got it. Yeah.
What's wrong?
Took long enough.
No, Mukuro didn't suffer those wounds in battle. The file we found in the headmaster's room said as much. Despite the time she spent in battle after battle as a member of Fenrir, when she entered this school, she hadn't sustained a single injury.
To be denied so completely. Actually, it's kind of refreshing. Maybe it's because of all of Master's training.
Anyway, so we can be sure that Mukuro suffered all those wounds after coming to this school. In which case, they could be the very thing that killed her.
As a matter of fact, it's hard to imagine any other possibility. When examining her body, I found that her stomach and head wounds came after she was already dead.
Unless anyone has any better suggestions, I think we can say this with confidence. The wounds Mukuro sustained all over her body are what ultimately killed her.
Mukuro's fatal injury has been added to the truthful section of your handbook.
But if that's what killed her, then does that mean she's really been dead for who knows how long?
That's exactly what it means. When we found her body in the garden, she'd already been dead for several days.
So then, what about the little matter of what happened last night?
That wasn't last night, but you know,
you said
was it?
You were attacked in your room.
Actually, no,
by a
it was last
masked
night.
Assailant. If Mukuro had already been dead for several days, certainly it couldn't have been her. So who was it that attacked you?
Yeah, Denti is the one who attacked me. Can't think of anyone else.
I got it! The one who attacked me was the true mastermind. When we discovered Mukuro in the garden wearing the same mask, I naturally assumed she must have been the one who attacked me. But I was wrong. It wasn't her at all. It was the mastermind.
What are you laughing at?
Oh, don't mind me. I'm just getting a little impatient sitting here listening. I think I'm gonna jump in. Let's start off with a nice, easy question. Your assumption that I attacked Makoto is just that, right? An assumption. You can't really know who was under that mask, can you? I mean, that's the whole point of a mask. The true identity of the masked attacker is Mukuro Ikusaba. At least, that's what I think. Do you have any evidence that might convince me otherwise?
Why do we have to convince you? We don't care about your opinion. No, there's no way Mukuro was the one who attacked me. Even if I didn't see their face. If you compared what we know about Mukuro and the master attacker, it should be obvious. It's another... No, it's not Hangman's Gambit. I thought it was gonna be, but you know.
You never.
What did those say? Due to the explosion, the victim's identities over the body. Yeah, it's not it. According to the headmaster, Mukuro didn't have a singer's name. Additional horrific response. Yeah, no, it's not that one. So it's. No, it wasn't. What was the other one?
So you can't have any idea who was under that mask. I'm telling you now, it was Mukuro Ikusaba.
You're wrong. Even without seeing their face, there's a...
I want to go back to the identity. Going through at least what they told. According to the headmaster,
Oh? And what is this other part? Is it the right hand? Or the left hand? Maybe the right foot? Or perhaps the left foot? Or could it be the hips?
Why would you say it like that? Whoever attacked me did something was... I think it was the right hand, wasn't it? The tattoo was on the right hand, right?
Their face, right? So you can't have any idea who was under that mask.
I think it's...
I'm telling you now, you're wrong. There's another part of the...
Oh? Is it the right hand? Or the left hand? Maybe the right foot? Or perhaps the left...
I think it was...
The hip.
I think it was the right hand.
So you can't have... I'm telling you now, it was Mukuro.
Yeah!
No, that's wrong. Mukuro had a tattoo on her right hand, if I remember correctly. A representation of Fenrir. In other words, a wolf tattoo. But I saw the right hand of the person who attacked me. And there was no such tattoo. So there's no way the person behind the mask was Mukuro.
Yeah, well, okay. You got me. I guess it wasn't her. But that still doesn't prove that it was me. It could have been, you know, someone else, right?
Hiro, Toko, Hina, and I all have solid alibis for that entire night.
Yeah! We were in the gym tearing you apart, so it could have been any of us.
Oh, okay, sure. It couldn't have been any of you. But what about Kyoko? It totally could have been her. Uh-oh, no snappy comeback. Did I score a bullseye?
If you insist, I don't mind showing you.
Huh? Show me what?
What do you think? I'll show you the one thing that proves beyond a shadow of a doubt it wasn't me.
Before anyone could say anything. Kyoko was removing her gloves.
Your hands!
Without thinking, I let out a gasp. It was more than just a little burned skin.
Awful, isn't it? It happened when I was first learning to be a detective. I was inexperienced.
I thought you didn't want anyone to see those scars.
If it means we get another step closer to unmasking the mastermind, it doesn't really bother me.
Kyoko seemed to savor the words that she said to them. Then she put the gloves back on.
My scars should suffice as proof. Makoto, did the person who attacked you have scars like mine?
Jeez,
No,
eyes for
not
you.
at all. I'm positive.
Then this much has been made clear. There can be no doubt that the one who attacked Makoto is the true mastermind.
There we go.
This is just awful! On top of my secret being revealed, I had to look at those positively grotesque scars of yours. Sorry, did I say that out loud? I do hope I didn't hurt your feelings.
Not at all. You can say whatever you want.
Sure, as long as it means pushing me farther into the corner, right? But I'm not cornered just yet. Because if you haven't noticed, the circumstances surrounding Mukuro's death are totally unknown.
That's true. All we know right now is she was killed a good while before this morning.
On the contrary, we don't know anything other than that.
You're not going to tell us she was already dead before we arrived here or something, are you?
In that regard, you have nothing to worry about. I promise you, without a doubt, she died after our little killing game began here.
Then somehow she was killed in secret without any of us knowing.
And after she died, who knows how much time went by before we found her, right? Did the culprit stash her somewhere? She couldn't have been in the garden the whole time, could she?
If she was, she would have been totally decomposed. Just like your brain.
Then she was being stored somewhere?
But to hide a body here, to just store it somewhere?
There's only one place. I can't think of anywhere else it could have been stored. The pool!
I got it!
I mean, the kitchen!
Mukuro's body was probably kept hidden in the biolab.
The biolab? You mean on the 5th floor?
That's right. It's actually set up for use as a morgue. So it's the perfect place to hide a body. And it'd keep the body preserved at the same time.
Then you're also saying the body was moved from the biolab to the garden.
And I have no doubt that that's exactly what happened. In fact, I have proof.
Proof that shows the body was carried from the biolab to the garden. Yeah, it's the tarp. That's not what I wanted to do. I want to do this.
Got it! What makes me so sure the body was carried from the biolab to the garden is the tarp that we found in the garden. When I was checking it over again, I noticed something. I noticed that some text had been stamped on one corner of the tarp.
Oh, it says biolab.
Holy cow! How'd you notice that tiny little thing?
Makoto's nitpicky nature seems to have surfaced with perfect timing.
Since when did I have nitpicky
This
nature?
proves that the tarp originally came from the biolab. In fact, there's a whole stack of tarps
If anything, I'd
just like
say
it in there.
Byakuya is more nitpicky than anything.
So when the killer moved the body to the garden, they must have grabbed a tarp to wrap it in. Then they simply left it as it was to protect against the sprinklers. And put—
Wow.
Oh my
You
bad.
made everything.
What did it say again? And put the coat on afterwards. Wow, you made everything sound so amazingly consistent.
That's just a wild guess. Where's your evidence? Prove that the body was wrapped in a tarp and moved.
There is no evidence. I was simply explaining what I think happened. But you seem to be getting pretty worked up about it, wouldn't you say?
Worked up?
Now that the conversation has turned to the topic of the biolab, you must be getting pretty nervous. Because the key to uncovering your secret identity is hidden within that room, isn't it?
Are you talking about unmasking the mastermind?
You see, the biolab contained an inconsistency. One so major it can't be overlooked.
An inconsistency in the biolab? Could you be talking about...
La, la, I can't hear you. La 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 la.
Such a child. Oh well, just ignore him.
I need to put myself together and think. The inconsistency in the biolab, could you be talking about?
By the way, Makoto, what about that one thing?
What one thing?
What do you think I'm talking about? Your family.
What? What? What does this have to do with the family?
Don't tell me you forgot about that video message.
Kinda, honestly. It was pretty... not gonna lie, with everything else happening, I didn't really think about my family. I don't really care for them. In this sense, I guess. Seeing as I forgot about the video.
So what do you think? Are you sure your family's still okay?
What does that have to do with the trial? Literally nothing.
Why are you bringing that up now?
Your mom, your dad, your little sister. What do you think has happened to your family?
What does it matter?
Are they really as safe as you might have assumed?
Stop talking about that!
Calm down, Makoto. He wants you to get upset.
Yeah, I need to calm down. I can't let him get to me. He's just saying that because we know we're getting close to the truth of Biolab. So if I want to shut him up, I need to expose the inconsistency and slam him with it. Moment of truth.
Are you sure about this? Are you sure about this? What? What do you want? Are you sure about this?
Why does he have such a high reputation?
Are you sure about this? Are you sure about this?
No. You're being a pain, and I don't.
Sure about this? What? What do you want? Are you sure about this? 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 What? What do you want? Are you sure
Oh no, here we go.
Are you sure about
Okay,
this?
well. Why does everyone have such a high reputation for Monokuma? That seems like not the thing to do. No, that means it's punishment time.
I refuse to give up yet.
That doesn't make sense. Why would you have such a high reputation for Monokuma that makes it so everyone will believe heavily on what he's saying? That just doesn't seem correct.
Are you sure about this? Are you sure about this? What? What do you want? Are you sure about this? Are you sure about this? Are you sure about this? Are you sure about this?
No, shut up.
What? What do you want? Are
You're
you
annoying
sure
me.
About this? Are you sure about this? Are you sure about this? Are you sure about this? What? What do you want?
You're so annoying.
This? Are you sure about this? Are you sure about this?
Come on. Shut up.
I refuse to give up yet.
Monokuma's such an annoying little brat. Come on, I get it.
Are you sure about this? Are you sure about this? What? What do you want? Are you sure about this? 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 What? What do you want? Are you sure about this? Are you sure about this?
Ugh. You're so difficult.
Are you sure about this? Are you sure about this? What? What do you want? Are you sure about this? Are you sure about this?
Finally, God.
I'm not listening!
Damn it! It was the biolab
I'm
lights.
not listening! Are you sure about this?
The biolab lights.
I'm not listening!
This should prove it.
Once you get into a pattern of 3, Monokuma is actually pretty easy now. I was doing a pattern of 2, and that's not what you want to do.
The inconsistency Kyoko's talking about is the lights.
What are you talking about? What about the lights?
Like I said before, the biolab also acts as a morgue.
Yes.
And as part of that, a giant refrigerator was installed in there. That's where everyone who's died is stored.
And it was set up so that when a slot had a body in it, a blue light would turn on.
In other words, if the blue light is on, that means there's a body in that slot.
But I counted up the number of blue lights that were on, including the one Mukuro was in. And there were only 9.
Why does that matter? You gotta give me the bite-sized version here, man.
9 lights don't make sense. The number of lights there should be on is 10.
I got it! 10 of the lights should have been on. Any other number is incredibly suspicious.
Suspicious? Why? That's simple. Just recall who's died here so far, and it
should become clear, my bad. That's right, the mystery... That's right. The key to solving this mystery. Sayaka died first. Junko was second. Leon was third. Chihiro was fourth. Mondo was fifth. Taka was sixth. Then Hifumi was seventh. Celeste was eighth. Sakura was ninth. And the victim number 10 was Mukuro. So 10 people in all?
Right.
Oh my bad.
Any
I
other
forgot to
number
talk
should
now.
make you immediately suspicious. But according to the lights in the biolab, only 9 people were being stored there.
You're saying a dead body just up and disappeared?
I got it! The mastermind destroyed one of the bodies to get rid of evidence.
Why would he need to
If they
do that?
wanted to do that, they would have destroyed Mukuro's body, since they actually killed her. And yet, her body was left alone.
Then, whose body disappeared?
It may very well be that none of them disappeared.
But if that's true, then why doesn't the body count match?
Including Monokuma's executions, there have apparently been 10 deaths, but there were only 9 bodies. That's the point I'm trying to make.
I'm completely lost. How can the number of victims be less than the number of murders?
The reason there are less bodies than murders. The explanation for more murders than victims. Why is that? What would it take for that to make sense? The same person was killed twice.
What about if the same person was killed twice?
There we go.
Huh? Killed twice?
Officially, 10 murders have been committed so far. But one of the victims may have been murdered, and then murdered again.
Murdered and murdered again?
If that's the case, there could have been 10 killings, but still only 9 victims, right?
Technically, you're right, I guess. But still, something like that
Could easily have happened. No, it is what happened.
Sounds like you're already convinced. Then can you tell us who was killed twice?
It was Mukuro, of course. Before she was killed as Mukuro Ikusaba, she was killed as someone else.
And that's why the body had to be stored in the biolab until the moment we found it in the garden.
No, that's crazy talk. She was killed as someone else? Come on! Besides, who could that someone else even have been?
All you have to do is look at those bodily injuries of hers, and that will become obvious.
Nothing's gonna become obvious, because Kyoko's totally delusional.
Make your argument.
Who is this someone else that Mukuro was killed as? Was it Sayaka Maizono? Junko Enoshima? Leon Kuwata? Chihiro?
If you think about it logically.
Mondo, Kiyotaki Fumi, Celestial, or maybe...
Nulu, whatever.
No, there's no way anyone was murdered.
If you think about it logically, it's obviously Junko, because, you know, she's the only one been impaled by multiple things at once. So, obviously, it's Junko, you know.
Who is this someone else? Was it
Sayaka? Junko Enoshima?
No? Oh wait, hang on, I got this. I got it. Hang on, so if we do...
Was it
Junko Enoshima? Leon...
And then we do...
Mondo, Kiyotaki Fumi, Celestial, or maybe...
No. There's no way anyone was murdered.
There we go. Got it.
No, that's wrong.
No, that's wrong. I love saying that. I don't know why.
Junko, wasn't her fatal injury pretty similar to Mukuro's?
What do you mean?
Well, remember what happened to her? She was impaled by a bunch of spears, all over her body.
And Mukuro died from a number of wounds across her body. When you compare that to the stab wounds Junko suffered...
Then the similarities match?
Yep.
Yes, and those are the only fatal injuries that match up. That explains why those two bodies are actually one and the same.
So let me see if I have this straight. Junko, or someone going by that name, was stabbed to death with multiple spears. Then her body was kept in the biolab for however long before being dragged out again. Only this time, it was presented as the corpse of one Mukuro Ikusaba.
It all matches up, right? Those wounds Junko suffered could easily be these same injuries.
Then, it's really true? Mukuro and Junko are the same person? Wait, so then... what does it all mean?
It means that there haven't been 10 victims, but 9. Which also means that among the people we thought were dead, one is still alive.
And that's the true identity of the mastermind?
Who is it? Who's behind all this?
What do you think, Hero?
I know the answer to that. It's Mukuro.
No.
She's still alive.
You're an idiot. No, she's not. It's the other one.
She took Junko's body and made it look like she was the one who died. So Mukuro is still alive. She's gotta be. Total silence? Then I must be right. I'm right, aren't I?
Mukuro alive? The one that's still alive is Mukuro? But can we really believe that? That's not true at all. I don't believe that for a second. That just doesn't seem right.
body we found in the garden, it wasn't Mukuro.
Then she's still alive?
But the
That's right. She made it look like Junko's body was her. So the mastermind's true identity is Mukuro.
What do you say, Monokuma? Do you give up?
Mukuro is still alive? Can I really believe that? That's not helpful in any sense.
Found in the garden. It wasn't Mukuro.
Then she's
No. This stuff with the knife. It's not Monokuma file. Ah, here we go. I got it. Mukuro Yukisawa's profile.
That's right. She made it look like Junko's body was her. So the mastermind's true identity.
What do you say, Monica?
The body we found in the garden, it wasn't Mukuro.
Then she's still alive?
That's right. She
I only have half a heart, so
So the mastermind's true identity is Mukuro.
hang on. We're gonna I only have half a heart here, so I have to be extremely careful about which one I pick, so I'm gonna do the first one.
It wasn't Mukuro.
Yay! Good. I live for another day.
No, the body we found in the garden was Mukuro. That's one thing we can be sure of.
Yes.
The body's appearance and measurements are consistent with her records. Right, Kyoko?
She was 5 foot 6 inches tall and weighed 97 pounds. Her vitals were 31, 21, 32. Everything in her profile is consistent with that course.
And then there's the matter of the Fenrir tattoo. So there's no question it's her.
But if Mukuro's not the mastermind, then who's actually still alive?
Who do you think, Toko? Someone made it look like they died, but they were actually still alive. There's only one person it could be. Who do you think? It's
Here's
Junko.
my answer.
It's obvious.
Junko is still alive. It's the only possibility.
Are you sure about that?
Huh?
Yeah.
I admit, since Mukuro is undoubtedly dead, Junko does seem to be the only other explanation. But we saw her get impaled. She died right before our very eyes.
That's because she was disguised.
If Junko were still
Or something like
alive,
that.
the death we saw would had to have been some kind of charade.
It's disguised, right? You know? Because isn't that what we confirmed? Or am I mistakening things? Because, like, we said that Mukuro was acting as another student, right? We said something like that. So that she was acting as Junko. So if that is Junko, that's actually Mukuro disguised as, or acting as her. Disguised, acting, same thing. So that was her first death. The death, right? That was Mukuro, not actually Junko. Am I understanding this right, or am I understanding this horribly wrong?
But you yourself confirmed she was dead, did you not?
Now that you mention it. I gently placed my hand on Junko's lifeless body. I touched her wrist to check for a pulse, like they do in the movies and stuff. She really is dead. There wasn't anything else to say, she was gone. I did check, absolutely. I can say for sure.
She was dead. There's no question. Junko was dead.
So, the idea that she's still alive.
It must be wrong.
Then you're withdrawing your previous statement?
Why?
I know you gave it your best shot, but too bad. I guess your conclusion was a dud. Too bad, too bad.
This case hasn't been decided just yet.
Oh?
You haven't given up already, have you, Makoto?
Huh?
No, of course not. There's no way I'd give up that easy.
That's all well and good, but how do you intend to solve the problem standing in your way? Junko absolutely died. Mukuro absolutely died.
We just confirmed that there was one bot.
Then both of them are dead, right? There can't be any kind of survivor story.
I think we need to look at this from the opposite direction.
Huh? The opposite direction?
Let's assume Junko is still alive. If so, how could she have survived?
How could Junko have survived? I checked her. She was dead, I'm sure of it. Still, if she were alive somehow, could it be that Junko's not the one that died? What if it wasn't Junko, but someone else entirely? Maybe she used some sort of trick. Didn't we already discuss this, or am I just stupid? I thought we discussed this. What? Man, what? I don't know what that is. I don't know what that word is. What? Letter 3 is P and I don't... Letter 6 is C? Huh? I only have a few. Oh wait, hang on, I got it. Replaced. It's replaced. There we go.
Now I understand.
It's replaced.
That's it. What if she switched places with someone else?
Switched places?
That's right. Before the spears could kill her, she got someone to take her place. Specifically, Mukuro Ikusaba.
Then that would make it Mukuro's corpse that showed up later.
Which is why the body's height and weight and everything match Mukuro's profile, right?
I don't know anything about this switching places thing, but... that had to be Junko who got stabbed to death, right?
Yeah, you're saying they switched? When could they even have done that? Right when she was about to die? Like she used some kind of ninja replacement technique?
No, that's kind of... no.
Good point. There's just no way they could have switched like that. So maybe the whole idea is wrong.
There has to be some way. I need to figure out how it is before they... to explain they could have switched. Switched at the beginning. You know, that's a possibility.
They have switched places from the very beginning.
What? From the beginning?
Yes, from the moment we first met. If that's when they switched, then they wouldn't have had to switch at the moment of death, right? After all, the one we saw at that point would have already been Mukuro.
Hold on. So, you're saying the Junko we first met was actually Mukuro all along?
Apparently.
Then we'd already met her?
I had like a normal conversation with her.
When we first met, none of us knew who anyone else was.
Yeah.
So Mukuro could have simply told us her name was Junko.
And we wouldn't be the wiser.
We never would have known the difference.
Mm-hmm.
That would easily allow the two of them to switch places from the very beginning.
Sounds about right, yep.
But Mukuro had a tattoo on the back of her hand, right? Junko never had any tattoo like that, did she?
She could have hidden it with foundation or something like that. If she did, it likely melted away in the explosion, exposing the tattoo after the body was extinguished. Plus, there were the fake nails found on the hands of Mukuro's body. They were the same fake red nails she was wearing when we all met for the first time.
But if she really did use foundation...
Correct. Even if there was no tattoo on her hand, I couldn't say for certain it wasn't Mukuro. So I'm glad nobody noticed that glaring hole when we were trying to figure out who attacked Makoto. But too bad for you, Monokuma. You can't deny it anymore.
Wait, so this whole thing was a setup from the very beginning?
If that's true,
Maybe.
it was quite an elaborate plan to be sure, making it look like Mukuro was Junko.
The reason such an elaborate plan was possible is because the two of them were working together.
So Mukuro, the ultimate despair, teamed up with someone like her. In other words, it would be fair to say that Junko herself was also the ultimate despair.
What's wrong? Lost the will to fight back?
I think he's just afraid.
Afraid? What's that mean, afraid? Fear is only possible where hope is possible. I only have despair, so fear is an alien concept to me.
Then why haven't you been saying anything?
Because it's a bunch of nonsense. Junko's my secret identity? As if.
Then why did you try and protect Junko's real identity?
I tried to protect her identity? When did I do that?
So he still refuses to admit it, but he can try to deceive us all he wants. It doesn't matter, because I've already figured it out. He tried to hide Junko's identity not just once, but twice. First time was during our last investigation. With due to the explosion. I have a problem. I can't just stop it halfway through a trial. Oh, I got dinner. Dinner isn't good.
You shouldn't have gotten on. That's after 6 o'clock.
I'm going with this one. Okay. Ah, it's not bad. I don't like this one either. What does that mean? Oh. I guess I could do that, yeah. I'd have to close out of the game, because I can't go to my be right back without. I could do that, though. That would actually work. No, the escape key would just do that. I have to leave the game, because I can't access my mouse. Oh wait, hang on. No, F11 doesn't do anything.
Gotta be something in the output.
And even I
Play the timer.
Yeah, that's another thing.
Oh, if you go to
I can't do that when I'm on this. What is Zoom gonna? What?
I don't know. Try to get out of your full screen.
Escape doesn't work. It doesn't. I can't do that because I'm on the truth bullets thing. I can. No, I can't do anything until I present a key item.
Okay, present the key item.
That's gonna fail me.
What would it take?
I died. I don't know. Wait, I didn't mean to do that. Well,
Shoot.
crap. Okay, well,
I refuse to give up yet.
yeah, no, I just failed on accident, but you know.
The two of them.
Okay.
They...
It's not exactly what I wanted to do, but you know, I kind of brought this upon myself by starting it after the 2-hour mark. We're starting this trial on the 2-hour mark. So, what we're gonna do is turn to the main menu. We're past the way past the 3-hour mark, which is not very good. But you know, whatever. So, hate to do this in the middle of a trial, but I kind of brought this upon myself. So, I can't really fault anyone but myself. So, we are going to continue this another day, which is kind of a crappy thing to do, but you know, I got Din Din, and now I can't really do anything else, so, or else Mother Dearest will get very mad at me. So, I kinda have to leave, because then, to be saved from the wrath of Mother Dearest, I kinda have to, yeah. Very anticlimactic. I thought this was gonna be the end. Not gonna lie, I was planning for just trying to finish it all in this one stream. That didn't happen. So, yeah. I sorries. And like, I could, you know, to make up for this, I could just stream the rest tomorrow instead of waiting a day in between. So, you know, that works. That works better than I don't know. It's better than nothing, am I right? It's better than nothing. So I guess streaming tomorrow, finishing the rest of this. I'm sorry. I was big sorries. Bye-byes, I guess. I apologize again. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. I don't know. Very anticlimactic. Anyway, see ya. See ya. Oh my god.